slightly late, but
Oops, hi. Sorry for the movement.
we had
got
a bit of a
motion sickness,
surprise
sorry.
over the last 2 days, and we've been working out the logistics for how to deal with it, and then trying to figure out how to work it into our existing Harry Potter series. Turns out,
No.
turns
Sorry.
out that one of our friends, who's a Harry Potter fan, happened across some Harry Potter product years ago, and has been sitting on it and not sure what to do with it. And as it turned out, it was the majority of a booster box, pretty much a whole booster box, of Harry Potter trading card game base set, which is the one we skipped because I couldn't find any, basically.
If we only knew sooner.
I could find a very little, and we did open a few packs and the 2-player starter. And then we built out those 2-player starter decks with a few random singles that I had, plus the cards from the 3 packs. And that was what we used as our introduction, was basically just the starter plus whatever odds and ends I had around. I had no hope of actually getting anywhere near working on the set itself in terms of completion. We've had very good luck with the smaller expansion sets, Quidditch Cup and Diagon Alley. We finished both of those out of the booster box. But now I had to decide whether I should stick to the plans that I had, which would be the deck I built out of Diagon Alley, trying it out, playing it against those, and then eventually getting into the 4th set. We got a booster box of that waiting in queue. That was going to be our next opening. Was to do.
No.
That was going to be our next.
Sorry about that.
Hogwarts. And Adventures of Hogwarts is a favorite set for a lot of people. It introduced Dumbledore. None of the previous sets had Dumbledore, the base set, or any of the first 3 expansions. But the base set is a little bit bigger. It's 118 cards instead of 80 cards. So I do not think we will be able to finish this out of a booster box, even with the odds and ends I had before. But we should get most of it. And it'll be interesting because, as I recall, there's a little bit more of the Hogwarts staffer in this one. There's a Hagrid card, there is a Snape card, there's a Flitwick card. There's some other students too who you don't find in some of the other sets. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Is it Susan Bones?
I don't know.
Is it Seamus Finnegan? I'm trying to remember. I don't remember exactly which wizard cards are available. In any case, but I'm very excited to see what's in here. It will help fill out the collection wonderfully. There are probably not as many really strong cards that you can get out of this set as you could in the later sets, but for flavor-wise, and just to fill out, again, there's probably some sort of staple cards that are still used. I'm anxious to find out.
Well, we should dig right into it then.
Well, we should. I want to talk a little bit about it because, unlike the other ones, it's not a sealed booster box. It had been opened. It's possible that it was tampered with. We don't know. I found one suspicious thing at least.
Hi, Molly. How are you?
As far as I can tell, there were 2 packs out of it opened. Here, let's flip this around. There's our castle. We'll use that as a bit of a backdrop again.
We had a very long day today, so it's just exhausting.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get this. Anyway, and there's what she had for us. So, almost an entire box.
Do you want to shove over a second, just so I can get more space? I'm glad you're good, Molly.
The 2 missing packs, because it looks like there's... I didn't go through and actually count every pack, but I counted one side, and the other side looks the same. So it looks like 2 packs were opened out of this. This is basically enough cards to account for the 2 packs as well that were just loose in here. However, only 2 rares are in this pile, and they're both foils. So there's this one, Dragon's Escape, which I already had a copy of. Actually, this is... Yeah. So this would be one of them that probably came out of one of those 2 packs. The other one, though, is a foil Trevor. And this is
it's
from...
very rough condition.
Yes, it's in rough shape. But this is from Quidditch Cup. So probably whoever it was made a trade or something. Often when you get a foil, there's a second rare in the pack. And maybe they got a rare in one pack and a rare plus this one in the other pack, and traded them both to get this foil Trevor. I don't know. But I don't think... let me just check. Could you grab that deck?
Yep.
I don't think when we did our Quidditch Cup set that we had a foil Trevor.
Hey, Artsy, how are you doing? We're doing good. We found some treasures today from a friend.
Where's Trevor?
Well, she dropped it off last night, but we settled on...
Yeah, there's our Trevor.
On it today.
So this one is in rough shape, but it is also a foil.
Do you want to sleep for it?
So, what do you think? Is it worth taking the more premium version, even if it's in rougher shape, to put in for the set?
Yes.
I think so, probably.
It's a foil.
So, we'll sleeve that up.
Yeah, we'll sleeve it up because we don't want it to get even worse.
Might as well put a sleeve on this one, too, just a regular sleeve. It doesn't have to be a perfect fit, because it might actually find its way into a deck then. And, there we go. There's our 12th foil for our Quidditch Cup set. That was just sitting at the front of these loose cards. You want to put a perfect fit one on this one, too. And we'll throw that one in.
How many cards are you missing for that set? Which set? The base set or a different one? Because this one we don't have very much of it at all.
We got one version of each card in both the booster box we opened previously. So Quidditch Cup and Diagon Alley, we have the entire set. It's just we don't have, for most of, I think all the rares, you could get a foil version or a non-foil version.
Yeah.
So there's an exception to that I'll be talking about in the base set here. But for those two expansions, we have at least one of the two versions, but we only got 11 foils in each box. So more than half the rares, I think, we only have the non-foil version.
It's kind of exciting, though, the fact that Luella came across this.
This
Luella
is card
find
4.
Us lots of treasures. So, the booster box you got now. Yeah, we...
the booster box, we haven't opened it yet.
Yeah, we haven't opened it.
So we'll be interested to see.
Did we open a couple
I only
packs?
had... Here, I'll give you an idea here, because I put this away. We only had a few cards, so I got nothing on the first page. On the second page here, I had a hollow Ron that I'd picked up from somewhere. And now we've got... This will actually go on the first page here. This Dragon's Escape foil. And then as I just flip through here, you can see front and back, not very many rares at all. Then we get into uncommons. There's a few more. And then the last couple of pages.
Says, never collected any cards other than Pokemon and helped a friend with Magic. I'm tempted to start Lorcana. We did a bit of Lorcana for Isabel.
Lorcana is tough if you're a completionist because the what are they called?
They're like the enchanted rares.
Yeah, enchanted rares are almost impossible to open. We've only ever opened one.
And we've opened a lot of Lorcana. Like not as much as some people, but enough that you'd think we could have gotten more than one enchanted.
So here's a delivery owl that was sitting out there.
I guess it depends what you want it for,
That's card 21.
Right? I mean, we did this for Isabel, so... But you, like, you're a Magic the Gathering guy
19,
as well.
20, 21.
And then you have lots of other TCGs that you've... what's the word?
Dabbled in?
That's the word.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Here's card 40, Alchemy. So
we enjoyed doing the Tarkir Dragonstorm. I didn't think we'd find another set.
I got a Cage, 46.
That I enjoyed as much as Bloomborough or Lord of the Rings.
46 will be up here.
But if you are into Pokemon, once we hit 4,000 watch hours, we're going to open up
50.
a booster box of Fusion Strike. That is our treasure prize for getting here.
Hiding from Snape. I already had a copy right here.
Which is why I love getting Pokemon, because we can play with our bulk. Yeah.
So we should start a pile of commons, uncommons, and rares for
okay.
doubles.
Okay.
Accio 73.
Oh, you're putting these cards in the...
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
So that's the first card on this page. Over here. I should change my angle here so we can see more of the book. Next, we've got a Curious Raven. That's 80. That'll go here. 74. Avi4's already had that one. So that's a common.
Do we play the games with some of them? We play a little bit of Pokemon, not a lot.
I have not played every game that I've collected some of, but most of them I've tried at least. Some I've tried more than others. And some of that is to do with finding people to play with. Some of that is the difficulty of the game, the availability of things. It really varies on all those factors.
Yeah.
So
we've played this one.
Homework.
What's our favorite to play? This one's actually a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Probably played the most.
Already have that.
Probably Magic the Gathering.
Throughout my life, yeah, Magic the Gathering is definitely probably my most played game. Although I did play a lot of Star Wars, Star Trek, BattleTech. I didn't play much Pokemon, really. I tried to dabbled with it way back when the game was fairly new, and then not until just this past year did I really play again.
When we do live streams and we're playing, we're doing building battles and we're trying to play.
Out of the Woods, 97.
Then we'll use those, or we'll play those on stream. But we're not very good at it. You played a little bit of Star Wars and Star Trek with
yes.
Thomas, didn't you?
Yeah, I've tried both of those with Thomas a little bit. 103 for the Scottish Stag. That goes over here.
You and your brother used to play a lot of Magic then. But you guys had other games you played too.
Absolutely. Oh, here's a Steel Claw. This card, I have a couple, but they're in the deck because it seems like a fairly strong card if you're playing Transfiguration and Care of Magical Creatures. So I'm using my other copies, so this one I'll put in the...
I never played Pokemon when I was a kid and collecting, but now I love playing with my girls. Yeah, I think we need to find one of the easier learn to play sets and do that with the kids that want to play. And probably, do it a little bit more frequently.
We got a Care of Magical Creatures lesson. That's 113.
Because it'd be fun to take them to an actual pre-release tournament sometime, and then know that they could hold their own when 114. When they're playing.
And potions I already had. So yeah, in this base set there were only 4 lesson types. So we don't have a Transfiguration yet, but I've got the potions, and then these two. The Care of Magical Creatures here in the binder, and then these two. So we're still looking for Transfiguration.
Magic, but played the PC Magic card game. Okay. Your brother played the PC Magic card game, didn't he?
Well, it depends what you mean by PC Magic card game, because there's been
a couple.
Yes, they've had a few different online versions. With Magic Online and what was the other one that was still fairly recent? But there was Scheherazade, Scheherazar, was an early PC game where you walked around and tried to collect cards and duel other NPCs and built up your deck, and there was a whole game around that. That's the one I actually played the most of. That was a lot of fun, but as computers got better, it got harder to play because it just didn't...
the dog is whining to come in.
It was programmed to run off your computer's clock speed, so the faster the computers ran, your character would literally you couldn't control it. It would move so fast on the screen. It would zip until it hit something and zip until it got intercepted, and you couldn't get to where you were trying to go very much. It was very annoying when you're on the open world and all the other characters and things would just be flying all over the place. I've seen people playing it more recently, so they did eventually make a version of it that fixed that. So it is playable again now if you know where to find it. I've never gone looking. But it is a fun old game. And it had basically 4th edition cards, plus not all the older cards added in, but a selection of the ones I thought would be most interesting. So you had the Power 9, you had Time Vault, you had other fun cards like Berserk was available, Jazam to Jin. There was a bunch of the classic cards were in there too, in addition to 4th edition, as well as some cards that were designed specifically for use in the game. So those tended to have randomized effects. So you'd had Gem Bazaar, which tapped for a random color of mana. Right? So you didn't know which one you were going to get, but you could get any. You had Asin Jaguar, which I think you tapped it and paid 2 to destroy a random creature or something like that. There was a bunch of them that some of them were just trash and completely unplayable. Some of them were actually usable in the right situation. Okay. Anyway, we're off topic.
We're getting off topic. Yeah, random night. We're just a little, Ryan.
Sorry, we're off topic.
Okay.
I liked that old game, but.
So what were we gonna have done if we didn't get our hands on this box?
If we didn't get our hands on this box, this is the deck that we put out a little video a while ago of me putting this deck together, and this deck is entirely from the last box we opened from Diagon Alley.
It's all good. It's all good, Lexi. It's fine.
So I've got a Diagon Alley based deck here.
It is actually kind of random night though.
We were gonna try and play this against the decks I made from Quidditch Cup and maybe the other starter decks that we'd enhanced, but we'll put that off and we'll do that later. Maybe this will give me some more cards to build interesting decks from.
We should make a video. We'll see. We should actually make a video for like our Monday Night Magic and like kind of like a promotion video and our random night. And just kind of like be like, it's random night, then have a little bit of kind of a song going on, and then the different things we do on random night.
So yeah, aside from those cards which you just went through and cataloged and put away, basically, I think there's just the 2 missing booster packs. I only flipped through the right-hand side of this to see how many packs were in the box. And one thing I did discover, which was a little bit strange, this one pack, which was down probably 2/3 of the way towards the bottom.
Hey, Tank, how are you doing?
Has got some glue on it.
Yeah, on the outside.
Yeah, on the outside of the pack here. Which is not, it doesn't look like it's in a position where it would have been resealed.
Yeah.
But it makes me nervous. Did somebody just fill this box with random packs they got from somewhere else? I mean, I suppose these might have been weighed or sourced elsewhere. Maybe it did leak through here. Maybe this is a re-glued pack or box.
Is that the only one that was like that?
It's the only one I found that was like that. So, yeah, like I said, this does make me nervous.
But the thing is, I mean, there's like the highest value card in this set isn't even, it's what, $30 or something like that?
Yeah, the highest value card you can pull out of this set is about $35 US, I think. And that would be the holo version of the unicorn. And the unicorn, I believe, is only available in a holo version. You can't get a non-holo version.
Yeah, we got
this was not online. This is something that a friend found in an old bookstore's inventory room, basically.
Yeah.
They had an old bookstore had downsized from 2 locations to one smaller location, and they had a bunch of stuff sitting in a storage room for years, and they got the opportunity to go through it and grab things that were of interest. They're a Harry Potter fan. They found this. They grabbed it. So we don't know the history, but it is from somebody from years ago that we know. Even if these are resealed, I have basically none of the set.
Yeah.
So there'll still be interesting cards in here.
Yeah.
And
we got a really good deal on it too.
And there was, a couple of foils sitting at the top. So
yeah.
I don't know. It's possible that there's not going to be another foil in the rest of this box. It's possible that we open this up and find Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Who knows?
Can you imagine? So Tank was saying that...
but it'll be interesting either way.
I asked how Tank was doing, and he said, can't complain. The wife and I went to our local Comic-Con today, and we're taking the kids tomorrow. I'd love to go to a Comic-Con.
That sounds fun.
I want to go to one. I think Calgary had theirs on the weekend, but that's farther for us to go.
Yeah.
Edmonton, I don't think their Comic-Cons are as good as Calgary's, but who knows? Maybe sometime we'll actually get to go, but it's got to be when you're not working.
Yeah. So I'm very interested to see what's in these. But like I said, this is sort of taking our series out of order.
So do we...
Because we had started with a little bit of base set before we got into set 2 and 3. I've got a box of set 4 that we're going to put off a little longer. And I'm hoping to find a few packs of the 5th set, which is based on the second book, Chamber of Secrets, is very hard to find, inexpensive. Yeah. So I'm still hoping to find a couple of packs of that. We're never going to get a box of that, though. So I didn't think we were going to get a box of this, but this is probably as close as we can get. And we did get this at a fair price. Like, she was very good about that. And honestly, this probably cost about the same as the cheaper of the other 3 boxes I have, maybe a little less.
Again, so get a Surfer's cartridge. Yeah.
And usually this would be the second most expensive set to get a box of out of the 5.
So are we gonna save this for last to see what's in there?
I think,
or see if it's damaged, or see.
I want to start with this one.
You want to start with? Okay, fine. All right, let's start with that then.
Anyways, it could be that a different pack that was beside it leaked. If some are resealed, I don't know, but
I don't know.
Anyway. So we'll find out as we go anyway. Do you want to manage putting things in the binder as we open these? Or we can alternate and take turns? Do you want to switch positions if we're doing that?
Just move over a little bit and then give me the binder.
I don't know if I can move over much more with the camera. That's the problem.
Okay, well, I can move some stuff. It's fine. Do you want to put this over on the corner of the table? I'm probably not going to drink it anymore anyways. It's going to be warm. Oops, I'm throwing stuff around, guys.
Yep.
I'm throwing stuff around. It's getting lost.
And I'll get our piles of doubles over here. These are, again, things I already had. So there's commons.
I would be worried about going to a card show. I would run out of money. Did you see our video from last night that we put up? We got a Lily's box yesterday, and we opened it last night. We had decent hits, but nothing new, unfortunately, but the promo obviously was new.
Commons, uncommons.
Again, getting off topic.
Rare.
Ryan's going to shout at us and say, random.
And where'd I put lessons? There's lessons. Uncommons.
This is, that's the Trevor card. Don't let the kids know you throw stuff around. It was just like an empty tube that had some plastic ducks in it. You know, like the ducks from our Duck Duck Goose game. Yeah.
So I'm shifting this under or around through.
I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, it was decent.
I got some sleeves for playing with and building decks, and I got other sleeves for putting things in binder if we do get some good foils.
We got 4 hits out of the 6 packs, so I was pretty happy with that.
Yeah, the Lily's box worked out all right. Although it was, I still think it was a little pricey, but that might be
it was definitely pricey.
That might be just sort of the international products type situation we've got going on right now.
And anyways.
Collect and play with all 116 Harry Potter game cards. Look for randomly inserted premium cards. Odds are approximately 1 in 133 cards, so that's 1 in every 3 packs if they're 11 card packs. Rulebook not included. Playing a Harry Potter starter set for ages 9 and up.
Speaking of random, I'm gonna jump in here.
Oh, we're doing more randomness?
I found this today for Ezra.
Ezra's a Minecraft fan, so
yeah,
he'll probably like it.
What box did we say it was? This is a base set for Harry Potter, yeah.
So we sort of skipped this one other than doing the 2-player starter, which we built out the 2 decks for and did that. But that's all I really had other than a couple of little packs.
Lexi says my oldest B-Day is
of
in
base
May.
set. So
my oldest B-Day is in May. And she wants the Iono box so bad and really wants to get more together to get some Iono cards in general. Okay. No, it's not Mario, but he's kind of starting to shift to Minecraft lately. He still likes Mario, but he is still very, like, he likes Minecraft a lot. No, from the video. Not Mario from the video.
I'm trying to see if there's obviously glue here on this wrapper on the sealing surface. I can't say for sure that there is. I don't know if you want to give an opinion.
I don't.
Top or bottom
I'm
off.
sorry. I don't know what you mean. not Mario from the video. I'm not sure. I don't know.
What box did you say? Oh, for Ezra?
Oh wait,
That was
you
at the
mean from our
Minecraft
video
cards?
last night? It was the Lily's
Milk carton.
tournament. Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. The milk carton, the Lily's
This is the one that comes with this deck box.
The newest milk carton thingy.
Yeah.
Tournament premium collection thing.
Yeah.
Sorry. We throw everything out there and we get confused easily.
So 112 wizard crackers. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a lesson card, put it into play. If it isn't, put that card into your hand. Okay, interesting. Little accelerator type thing.
Okay, we don't have that one, which we,
Harry pulled a wizard cracker with Fred, and it didn't just bang. It went off with a blast like a cannon. There we go. Wingardium Leviosa, I know, is already in the binder, but I'll read it quickly here for those of you who haven't seen it before. Ron Spencer was was one of the original Magic the Gathering artists as well, so he's well known in that regard if you play that game. A spell for costing 1 for charms, and during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to you by your opponent's creatures. The club suddenly flew out of the troll's hand, rose high up into the air.
Yeah. I guess Friday was the day that they stocked up, and they the stores in our area are starting to limit. They're basically making it like one
Potion's Mistake, I'm pretty sure, is in there as well.
That's one from each, so they're getting a lot better at so more customers can get something out. Like
you are here to
one of them. I'm sorry, I can't talk.
Subtle science.
Sorry?
That's okay. We're talking over each other a bit. That's off. Anyways, I think we have Potion's Mistake in there as well. That's card 100.
Okay. Yes.
To play this card, discard 3 of your Potions Lessons from play. Ouch. Choose one of your opponent's creatures or items in play and discard it. I mean, that's a good effect, but man, to give up 3 of your lessons to do it just seems too restrictive. Too costly. We got a Curious Raven. There might be one of those in there.
I think you did.
That's card 80.
I think you had one.
This is a card that I think was quite common in the starter decks. So we've got a few of those. Oh, another Steel Claw.
I wish I lived in a smaller town. I'm in the state's capital, so cards. Well, see, we don't
Again,
get
good
much
for deck building.
in our town, and we are in a smaller town.
So
we have to travel 2 hours to the city to get anything.
This basically lets your creatures do all damage to your opponent again, because they do that automatically at the start of your turn. So basically, when you play this, your creatures deal double damage that turn, which is
But like I said, our shops are really starting to limit what they let people buy, especially on opening day. Even the other shop, they were telling us only one of each.
Yeah, a lot of the stores are starting to do that, just so that they can keep stuff on the shelf.
That too, but it's fair, and I appreciate them for that, because then we can actually have a chance of getting stuff when we get to the city on rare occasions.
Card 101, I think we might have. I'm not sure. I don't really remember it. 101.
Nope.
Yeah, so there's Neville's Remember All. There we go. Unusual Pets. Ooh, there's Norbert hatching in the art. I kind of like that picture. That's neat. Adventure. Play this card only if your opponent has any creatures in play. Before each of your turns, your opponent takes 4 damage.
We do not have that.
And to solve, your opponent chooses 2 of his or her creatures in play and discards them. Your opponent may draw a card is their reward. So they have to give up 2 of their creatures, but they get to draw a card. Otherwise, dealing them 4 damage a turn. And you can only play it if your opponent has creatures. That's interesting. But it is a little bit narrow and restrictive. Anyway, that's card 70. And I didn't have it.
She loves the art.
Yeah, that is a nice one. Oh, Peeves Causes Trouble. I think they cut Peeves entirely from the films, didn't they?
I don't remember that character.
It was a big annoyance in the books.
I read the first book, but I don't remember it. I read it in children's lit class, and I didn't like being forced to read stories, and that was on the.
There was a pup and a little man with wicked dark eyes and a wide
Kevin,
mouth appeared, floating cross-legged in the air, clutching at the walking sticks. This is card 60, by the way.
60. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Whenever your opponent draws one or more cards, he or she takes 1 damage. To solve, your opponent skips a total of 5 actions. Ooh. Those actions don't need to be one right after the other. And the reward, you take 3 damage. After they skip 5 actions. Yeah, this could definitely be annoying. I haven't used a lot of adventure cards yet, but I'm sure I've started to incorporate a few in the decks.
They have some deleted scenes, but yeah, kind of cut from the films. Yeah.
Yeah. And, ooh, interesting. So these were uncommons, and these are... Okay, so the rare is after the lessons. That's different.
Okay.
I don't think it was like that in the other sets, was it?
I don't think so. Anyway, well, maybe. I don't know.
I think we already have Care of Magical Creatures and Charms lessons in there.
Is there more than 116 cards? Not usually, eh? These ones don't have...
No, unless you count the variants. Because, like I said, most of the rares you can get a foiled or hollow version, as well as the regular version, with the exception of the unicorn, which only comes in the hollow. So this is a non-hollow rare.
Hunting.
Harry Hunting, yes.
I love that he's just hiding behind them, and they're just kind of like...
And this is, of course,
I wish that they kept
his cousin Dudley.
Oh, okay.
Dudley Dursley and his friend, who they went to the zoo with or whatever. But anyways, your opponent's creatures and spells cards need 2
no, they don't do
power
secret
to
rares,
play.
no.
No, not in this set. This set was, again, you can see the base set here came out in 2001. The last set that released for Chamber of Secrets came out in 2002. So it only ran for about 2 years. And this was well before mythic rares and secret rares and a lot of that fancy stuff really became commonplace. There were ultra rares in Star Wars and Star Trek.
Okay.
At this time.
That's
but card 23. We have very few rares, so most of the rares will be new, I'm sure. So yeah, it costs 2 more to play. To solve, your opponent chooses 7 cards in his or her hand and discards them. And reward, your opponent may put a lesson card from his or her discard pile. What?
They could have been.
That is super annoying. Wow.
Well,
that would be super annoying.
So what do you think of your first pack of this box?
Again, well, it's not my first pack because of this box. Yeah. It was all right. I mean, nothing that really stood out. Do
you still think this might have been tampered with, or do you think
it's too early to say.
Yeah.
I'm looking at these seal lines. If we see more traces of glue, I'm going to get even more suspicious. See, this is a little more flexible at the top and a little stiffer at the bottom. So it could be, if we, like I said, statistically, it's supposed to be 1 in every 3 packs has a premium card, so a hollow or a foil. Yeah. And
I guess we'll see.
We'll see. The 3 packs that I opened loose online from a fairly well-known retailer didn't have any, but that could have just been bad luck too.
Yeah.
But those were quite expensive, and I didn't want to do more than that at the time. 109 Vermilius. I've seen this card. It might be in there already.
Sorry. 109.
Or it could be in one of the decks. Yeah. Boa Constrictor. So this is 76. I know we have these in the decks. One of the decks that came in that starter 2-player introductory thing. But Brazil, here I come.
Yeah, I guess.
Thanks,
I
amigo.
told Isabel no, though, so it's not, I don't know.
But I don't think there's one in the set yet. But I know there's some in the decks.
No, we don't have one in here yet.
Incarcifores, I'm pretty sure, is in there. 93, I think we already have in there. Basically, choose one of your opponent's creature cards in play and discard it. So it's a way to control creatures.
Yeah, we got that.
I'm glad we didn't have to fight that one. Harry whispered as they stepped carefully over one of its massive legs. That's the troll in the bathroom incident.
Scary creature.
Restricted section 102. Choose one of your opponent's charms lessons in play and discard it.
Did we see one though? I think we've seen one. It's just not in the binder.
Could be. These were the books containing powerful dark magic never taught at Hogwarts. We got a Scottish stag.
So we were done going through the Harry Potter series.
103, I think we have in there already.
Yeah. When we're done going through the Harry Potter TCG game, what were you thinking of going and doing next?
It depends. I've got some goodies on the way in a order, hopefully, that arrives that looks at some cards. Ordered a few loose packs from some other older games, like Versus System and the old Middle Earth card game.
Got that one.
That predates the Decipher one. Okay. Was based off the books exclusively because it predates the movies. I've also got a couple.
Sorry, I shouldn't have asked.
Some Young Jedi coming, and a few more packs of Star Trek. I'd like to revisit Star Trek for a couple of reasons. I got some decks to update, and I'd like to talk about a couple of the sets we missed. So anyway. Look at your out of the woods. Look at your opponent's hand. Discard all creature cards from it. This is card 97, by the way.
Yeah, we already have it.
We already have it? Okay, I didn't remember this one. In a matter of seconds, though, he was wide-eyed. Harry began to tell him and Hermione what had happened in the forest. Next, we have a Dragonheart wand.
Ooh, that's cool.
This looks a little familiar to me. There might be one in there.
What number?
Number 51. Costs 5. Yeah. Provides 3. To play this card only if you have cards in play that provide at least 2 charms power.
There were a few vendors that had a lot of old packs.
If you play this card and already have a wand in play, discard the old one.
Well.
Yeah, I mean, old card games are a blast, especially if you remember them from back in the day in any stretch. I remember hearing of this one, but at the time, Harry Potter didn't interest me that much. I was very into discovering Lord of the Rings at the time. And the first film I think I saw, and it didn't impress me again that much. So I basically just stayed away from the Harry Potter series until our kids started getting older, and then I figured I better read them and see if they were fit reading for our children. And then after that, I started to go through it with them.
Like I said, I read the first book, and we didn't watch the movies until the kids wanted to.
Yeah. Cage. I think there was a cage already in there. 46. It looks familiar. Item. Provides 1 care of magical creatures, and during your turn you may discard this card from play and use an action to choose a creature in play, yours or your opponent's, and return it to its owner's hand. Interesting. Item. Then we have our Transfiguration lesson. This is our first one, I think, so that'll go in the set. And
do we already have it?
I don't think we have that one, no. And Care of Magical Creatures. And we do have a foil. So there are at least some. So this is Professor Phileas Flitwick. He's the charms teacher. Not one of the strongest cards in the set, I don't think. But all the professors provide one of the lesson that they teach. If for those that's applicable.
Does his face look different when you?
It should a little bit, but I don't think it's
not really
too much. But I mean, one of the key features about this guy in the book is his height, and that really doesn't come across.
It is a pretty shiny.
It is a pretty shiny. So what does this do aside from providing charms? Once per game, you may trade 2 cards in your hand for 1 card in your discard pile that needs charms power. Okay, so it lets you get back your better cards from your discard pile. That's only once per game, but that could be quite impactful.
Where was it?
As a second ability along with providing charms. The fact that it provides charms would make it a lot easier if you're trying to build a deck that wants to use multiple types. If you just have as your starting character, which is supposed to be you, one of those types automatically just on the board to begin with. Anyway,
that just looks cool.
It does look cool. So in our previous two boxes, we've only opened, like I said, we've opened about 11 foils in a box, and only 2 of them have been wizard cards. Now, this set is a little different, just in terms of the number of cards in the set. I expect the distribution is a little different as well. So, I doubt that will hold exactly, but I don't expect a lot of these, so nice to get one.
What number is that one?
Again, the real chase ones of these hollows to look for are the Harry Potter card, obviously, or the unicorn. They're the 2 real expensive. Are you kidding me? Oh, no, that's just a hair. Okay.
At least it was on the outside.
Yes, there we go.
What number is it?
15.
Okay.
So that'll be on the second page, probably somewhere near Ron. Whoops. Drop them. Oops, you dropped them too. There we go.
Yeah, well, it's because you didn't hand it off properly. It was your fault.
So here we go. Here's another.
It's funny that the 2 shinies we have on this are like it's on the same page.
Yeah, well, again, the Ron I'd picked up previously because it looked like one that would be handy for deck building eventually.
That's kind of fun.
No, I know I've opened this before, but it might be in one of the decks. Bobilius.
That's fun.
Card 75. So again, because it's standing on books, I get this is that Charms Teacher Flitwick that we just opened, basically. Supposed to be in the art again, but he looks a little different in this one. Different artist.
1 second.
Do 1 damage to your opponent or to a creature of your choice, then draw a card.
That is a fun picture. I like it.
I didn't read the flavor text. Oh, there wasn't any. Okay,
no,
there you
I
go.
like this art.
Then we've got Hagrid and the Stranger.
That's cool. I love Hagrid.
So,
we definitely don't
put a creature card from your discard pile into your hand. Card 89. Yeah, you get a lot of funny folk in the Hog's Head. That pub down in the village. I never saw his face. He kept his hood up.
Wait, didn't the actor that played Hagrid die?
I think you might be right on that.
There's another actor or 2 that passed away in that film too.
Yeah.
Well,
again,
Maggie Smith, obviously.
Again, the art in this is not meant to be based on the film appearances. No, this game was released, like this first set came out before the first film.
When you read that, it made me think of the actor that portrayed him, and it just showed what good a job he did.
Yeah. So here's Homework. Sounds like an exciting card. Transfiguration. Put up to 2 lesson cards from your hand into play. Okay, so it lets you get more lessons out more quickly. It was really lucky that Harry now had Hermione as a friend. He didn't know how he'd have got through all his homework without her.
They did such a good job on the art on these cards.
And we've got a Borrowed Wand. This is card 78. And if you play this card, and you already have a wand in play, discard the old one, and it provides 2 charms. So that's okay. So you're just building up your lesson power, basically. Next, we have a Forest Troll. To play this card, discard one of your Care of Magical Creatures lessons. This is card 85. And 2 damage each turn and 3 health. So not as strong as some of the cards you see later, but tougher than most of the things in this set. He was holding a huge wooden club, which dragged along the floor because its arms were so long.
Did I give you your key back to the camper, or did I leave it in the camper door?
I have no idea.
Thank you, Lexi.
I'll check my pocket here briefly, but I don't think I got it back one way or the other.
Oh, I think I left it over there by the microwave.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hiding from Snape, we've seen before. This one is definitely in the binder already. Your opponent can't play item cards. To solve, your opponent chooses 4 item cards in his or her hand and discards them. That's a lot of items.
Just shows you how our minds work.
Reward, your opponent may search his or her deck for any card and put that card into his hand, and then your opponent shuffles his
and once you start having kids
or her deck.
Your mind just goes kaput. So thoughts will pop in while you're doing something else.
Apparate, I think I might, unless I use these in the deck. Discard your...
You have one in the binder, yeah.
Discard the adventure your opponent has played. So this is a way of getting out of adventures free. That could be handy. Transfiguration lesson again, and care magical creatures, and our rare is History of Magic. Oops, this is the wrong pile.
We don't have that one in the binder yet.
So, spell. Look at your opponent's hand. Discard all adventure cards from it. Okay, so this is just to make things more boring. There you go. Easily the most boring lesson was History of Magic. And apparently it's Charms type, and it's a rare card.
Did you read the part
card
about
24
before you
No,
said
I did not. I just remember from the story.
Okay.
They were always on about Professor Binns the ghost.
Be back with you. Okay, Dank. I should have sent found her a message this morning. Just letting her know that we were still gonna go live tonight at regular time.
We're missing them again.
Well, unless she's just lurking. She'd be lurking. It's
possible, but I hope she... I don't know. She's been a big supporter of us, and she actually gave us that Hogwarts castle back there. And she's a Harry Potter fan.
She had some staff that was not.
Right. Too, yeah, so she's probably busy, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Epoximize. Looks like the wand is glued to the desk.
I do.
Yeah. Choose one of your opponent's charms lessons in play and discard it. Card 82. Ooh. Fluffy falls asleep. Choose a creature card in play and return it to its owner's hand.
So I have a question. 3. Would you rather, if this was a real creature, would you rather snuggle with this creature or the grizzly we saw the other day?
Depends if there's music available.
Fluffy, the 3-headed dog. Which one would you rather snuggle with? This or the grizzly we saw the other day?
That does greatly depend on if you have music or
not. In the few seconds' silence, the dog growled and twitched, but the moment Hermione began to play, it fell back into its deep sleep. Card 84.
I like this card. It's cute in its own way.
Yeah. Here's another vicious wolf. Or no, yeah, again, this might have been in the deck. 110. I'm not sure if that's in here. Have we seen this one? Yeah, there's vicious wolf. So that's... And then boa constrictor. Again,
I think we have that one.
Seen that one. Giant tarantula. Ooh. This is still a
common. I
mean, they've got the emotion in Ron's face there. Pretty accurate, I would say.
Tarantulas. Just the idea of a giant tarantula crawling on me or anything. I don't like spiders crawling on me. I'm not scared of them.
To play this card, discard one of your care magical creatures lessons from play. 2 damage a turn, 1 health.
What's the number, sorry?
The number is 88. The boy lifted the lid of a box and in his arms, and the people around him shrieked and yelled as something inside poked out a long, hairy leg.
Oh, I'm cringing.
Snape's question. 3 for potions. Do 4 damage to your opponent. Your opponent may prevent this damage by showing you a potions lesson from his hand.
We do have it.
Interesting. So this is to You can protect yourself by also playing potions. That's very interesting. I don't know, sir, said Harry. Snape's lips curled into a sneer. Confundus. 5 for charms. Your opponent chooses 2 cards in his or her hand and discards them. Unless they only have 1, then they discard the 1. Card 47. That's an uncommon. Ooh. Then we got a baby dragon.
It's so cute.
Card 43. Costs 3 care of magical creatures. To play this card, discard 1 of your care of magical creature lessons. 3 damage each turn, 2 health. Hagrid, said Hermione. How fast do Norwegian Ridgebacks grow exactly?
I can hear, what's her face? Is it Emma Watson?
Probably.
I can hear her say that.
Okay.
I hear her voice.
I don't think that line was in the movie, but...
No, but I remember her talking about... Are you sure it wasn't? When they saw that he had to... Anyways,
I don't think that particular line was there, though.
But she was always asking somebody questions like that.
And our rare is a malevolent mixture. That's one that I already had a couple of copies of, because at first I thought this might be interesting to actually use. Now that I've seen some of the other things potions can do, this is not the most efficient just because you have to discard 2 of your potions lessons. There are some other things that can do just as much damage or more without that big a downside. So, I mean, it still can come out of nowhere.
It's kind of an interesting art.
It is an interesting art for sure. I do still kind of like the card. I'm just not sure it's going to be the best option for decks, but we'll see.
Void might like
I'll probably give it a try at some point.
You might like that art.
Might as well put a sleeve on it, because I'm pretty sure this one's already...
That line wasn't in the movie, but when I read the books, I hear their voices now. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, that's the problem with... I find it's especially bad after if you weren't very familiar with the book initially. I mean, maybe you were, and it's still an issue. It certainly can be. But I've noticed that with Lord of the Rings, too.
Oh, shoot. I gotta come up with a fun, well, Tank probably needs a fun saying when he pops.
Yeah, I don't think these were...
But I gotta come up with one for Founder.
There is some variation in the sealing and stuff and how malleable they are, but I don't think...
Because it was sitting in storage and made in storage.
I still don't know how the glue got between the packs, though.
I don't know.
Like, that's just weird. Anyway, Foul Brew.
Could have been a sealing thing when they were sealing it.
Well, maybe.
87?
Do 2 damage to your opponent or to a creature of your choice. Or it's possible that maybe all the bottom packs in the box were resealed and they just threw a few good ones on top. Who knows?
I don't know.
We'll find out as we go, but so far I'm not too worried. Card 87.
We should be due for another foil soon, shouldn't we?
Barrels of slimy stuff stood on the floor. Jars of herbs, dried roots, bright powders lined the walls. Bundles of feathers, strings of fangs, and snarled claws hung from the ceiling.
91.
91.
We have this one as well.
A healing spell, Hospital Wing.
When I read the books before the movies, Hermione was only the voice that didn't match my imagination, to be honest. Was the only voice that didn't match my imagination. She did great. Yeah.
Just heal up to 8 cards from your discard pile back into your deck.
They casted the movie well.
Bobilius we've seen. Pewter Cauldron. I had one of these in there before.
I'm not too optimistic about the new casting for the new series. From what I've
seen. It seems rather mixed. I mean, some of it's okay, some of it's strange. We'll see how it pans out. Pewter Cauldron, I'm very certain it's in there. Yeah, I can see it there close to me at the corner here. Wingardium Leviosa, I'm pretty sure we've got this one as well. 111. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage to you. But yeah, we've seen
somebody had said that Adam Driver would have been a good Professor Snape, and I agree. I think he fits the look well.
Apparate. Getting lots of doubles again, which is not unusual.
But
Incendio.
Can't be as good as Alan Rickman, that's for sure.
I don't think this is in the binder, but I know I have a copy or two in the deck, I think. Count the number of charms lessons you have in play. Do that much damage to a creature of your choice.
Yeah, we need it for the binder.
I don't know. Maybe I've only been sleeving foils in the past, not just rares. But...
Did they say they're gonna get? Oh, what's his face? That guy. Why am I not thinking of his name? He's from Third Walk from the Sun. What's his name? They're gonna get him to do Dumbledore, I think. He's a comedian mostly. I don't know. I've seen him much serious.
Irrumpent Potion.
What's his name?
Do 1 damage to your opponent or to a creature of your choice. 83. I don't remember this one. We have 83.
83. Didn't. Oh, maybe not. I think the girl was in something else, but 83. Nope.
Faffy falls asleep again.
Yeah, also hate filling.
Steel Claws again.
Restricted
section.
Rolls, pockets more. I don't know. I don't have any issues with rolling.
We've got a Surly Hound.
I think everyone has, I don't know, their own opinions and stuff, but
When
he's
Harry
definitely a
knocked,
talented author.
they heard a frantic scrabbing from inside and several booming barks. 107.
107?
Got sort of a sour face. So from the description, that sounds like it's supposed to be, is it Fang? Like Hagrid's dog, was that his name?
Mm-hmm.
But this, I don't know, doesn't seem to match Fang all that well to me. Forest Troll we've seen before, 85. Ollivanders. Interesting. Put an item card from your discard pile into your hand. Only costs 1. The pile of tried wands was mounting higher and higher on the spindly chair. But the more wands Mr. Ollivander pulled from the shelves, the happier he seemed to become.
We don't have this one.
That is different from what they filmed put in the movie. Because in the movie they only had him try about 3 wands, I think. And yeah,
I think probably because to save time.
He didn't seem happier the longer it went necessarily either. So
they might have implied he tried more wands.
There's Diagon Alley.
Yay! Cool.
So interesting that they made a card like this, and then as an adventure, and then the third set there, the second expansion they made, was all based around Diagon Alley and included location cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your opponent can't use actions to draw cards. Your opponent skips a total of 7 actions to solve this. And then the reward is your opponent may draw any number of cards. Ooh, okay. Interesting. I mean, drawing cards is a double-edged sword in this game because you're also running your deck out, and that's how you beat your opponent, is running their deck out. But that is a potentially, I mean, it's a big thing to overcome, but that could be very strong for them as well.
We need it for the binder.
There were shops selling robes, shops selling telescopes, strange silver instruments Harry had never seen before. 48. There's our lesson.
Isabel said she saw a ladybug in the bathroom today. I think it might have been the one that was on the window screen when the window was open.
Meet the Centaurs.
27?
Card 27. So far, it's just been the Flitwick, eh? It's been the only foil we've pulled.
Yeah. We should be due for another one, shouldn't we?
You would think. Your opponent plays with his or her hand face up. To solve, your opponent discards his or her hand.
Any number of cards? Wow, that seems like a broken card.
Well, they have to give up 7 actions. You play it on your opponent to hinder them, and they have to give up 7 actions in order to get to that reward.
Yeah.
So that's pretty steep as well. That's that's like 3 full turns worth of actions, give or take.
We'll say I guess if you don't have any potions to put out or lessons or whatever,
your opponent's reward, you play with your hand face up for the rest of the game. To solve, your opponent discards his or her hand. Depending how big their hand is, that may not be that. Okay, so let's you see each other's cards. The art is neat. With the centaur in the woods.
See, I see this and it reminds me of the movie again. Like, I mean, like, they did well when they made the movie.
So Haggard and the Stranger again. Homework again. Borrowed Wand again.
I see a lot of
Forest Troll Commons, yeah, that's
a lot of doubles.
Constrictor.
Ooh, that's new.
Mysterious Egg.
57.
This is an uncommon, so search your deck. You may take a creature card from your deck, show it to your opponent, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So it's a creature tutor.
I like
Interesting.
it.
Card
it's a
57.
dragon egg, right?
Yeah. But what are you going to do with it when it's hatched? Said Hermione.
Isn't that, was that line in there? Or did they see it after
I don't
it
recall.
hatched? I can't remember. Now I'm going to have to go watch the movie
I think they saw it as it hatched. I could be wrong. So they probably saw it when they arrived, it hadn't hatched yet or something, and then it hatched while they were there. Okay, here's Norbert.
We have that one?
That one's in the deck
30?
somewhere. Card 30. Yeah. I don't remember if the card if the version in the deck is foil or not. If I had to guess, not, but
27, 28, 29, 30. No, we don't have it in the
play
binder.
this card, discard 2 of your care of magical creatures' lessons, 5 damage each turn.
We gotta watch the movie again. Yeah. Oh, darn. Oh,
they
no.
slip back down the spiral
What a hardship.
staircase. Their hearts as light as their hands, now that Norbert was off them.
Actually, like the
That's
earlier...
actually a fairly thematic pack.
Abram,
with that
your issue with the books and the movies was that as it went along, your favorite characters passed away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I killed off all the good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was.
What is a few stories that didn't have plot armor for all the characters?
Yeah. Wouldn't there's something to be said for that too, but it certainly can be annoying.
Okay, Harry technically died.
Yeah, kinda.
Kinda. I guess that's still sort of up for debate, because... Anyway. Cauldron Sieve. Cauldron 2 Sieve. Civ. How do you pronounce that?
Civ?
Civ? Or Sieve?
Civ.
Civ? That's how I hear it most of the time, but... Choose one of your opponent's potions lessons in play and discard it. Card 79.
We have it.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Okay. Noxious Poison. Costs 3.
Nice.
To play this card, discard one of your potions lessons. Do 5 damage to your opponent or to a creature of his choice.
I like seeing the binder fill up. This is like my favorite part about this.
The delicate power of liquids that creep through human veins, bewitching the mind, ensnaring the senses.
Abram, drinker of orange juice. Is it good?
Yeah.
Tommy Zimmerman. Another borrowed wand. Dog Breath Potion. You have to discard one of your potions lessons. Costs 6. Do 8 damage to your opponent or to a creature of his or her choice.
No, we need that one.
That's a lot of damage. So, I mean, the Malevolent Mixture.
Love a fan-based Neville show or even spin-off. Yeah, that could be neat.
You have to discard 2 lessons for 10 damage. This is discard 1 lesson for 8. If I had to pick between the two, yeah, I might run the dog breath potion over the malevolent mixture. Hard to say. Snuffing potion, 66.
Am I remembering wrong, or did Neville and Luna get married?
In the movies, they have them become a couple at the end, or at least imply it.
I think
but in the book, they don't.
I think that would have been that could have been fun, if they did that and they just had a mini series of their life together.
I think in the books, Neville actually becomes a professor at Hogwarts.
Okay.
Later on. So, next turn, whenever your opponent draws a card, he or she discards it instead of putting it into his or her hand. Well, that's irritating. 66.
I still think that could be a really interesting spin-off if they did something like that.
Oh, we found a second foil.
Okay, 60.
Card 5. So this will be one of our few cards on the front page. Okay. Elixir of Life. The stone produces the elixir of life, which will make the drinker immortal. So it's a healing spell that costs 10 for potions. To play this, discard 2 of your potions lessons from play and shuffle up to 16 non-healing cards from your discard pile into your deck.
I thought that the number 4 was in the number 5 spot, and then I recounted the spots, and I realized that I just can't count up to 5, apparently. Or 4, even.
So that's neat.
Oh, my goodness. My brain is done. It is done.
It does cost 10 and need to discard 2, which, some games you don't even get to 10 lessons in play unless you're really ramping. I mean, Potions is good at ramping because you have cauldrons and things, but so healing 16 is pretty strong.
And then I haven't seen him since. Is he still there, or is he playing games? That's a question.
I kind of like the foiling on these cards. It's subtle, but it's pretty.
Right? I'm still here. I was testing you. You passed. If it followed the other interpretation of the early prophecy from Sybil's prophecy. I'm in the office with the wife and kids, so it's pretty distracting. Oh, I understand. I fully understand. Our office is our dining room table, and when the kids are all awake and running around, it can get
Cauldron,
it can get fun.
Wingardium Leviosa,
and busy.
Emilius, Irrumpent Potion,
Ooh,
Dung Bomb.
81.
Cost 2. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to you by your opponent's adventures and creatures.
We don't have this one.
That is fairly cheap and prevents against 2 different things. So that could be useful more than some things anyway.
Neville was supposed to be Harry? Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
The prophecy that they go to retrieve for Harry might have applied to Neville as well.
Yes.
They weren't sure which. They both met the initial criteria for it.
Isn't that why, at the end, when Neville was one to destroy, the
Burning Bitterroot Bomb.
That stupid snake one was also Horcrux there. Wasn't that because he was also
he was also born at the same.
So they were all focused on Harry, but Neville was also
a potential candidate, although they seemed less worried about him for some reason.
But he ended up being a huge part of his downfall.
Card 45.
Sorry, I got distracted.
This is another healing one. This one only heals up to 10, but it costs 6, and you only have to discard 1, so still could be useful, I think.
But I love the alternative. Yeah, okay.
And then card 45, which would go beside it.
It would be kind of neat if they did a alternative series.
Bluebell Flames.
What if this happened? What if that happened? It could be interesting.
Do 4 damage to your opponent or to a creature of your choice for 7. Blue Flames.
What if Harry was never made into a Horcrux? You know what I mean? All the different things. That could be interesting.
Potions and Transfiguration, and we have a Delivery Owl. This, I think, was one of the rares that was in the top of the... Oh, maybe there were 2 rares up there. Anyway.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. So maybe this will be useful in a deck, because I just made an owl deck from Diagon Alley booster box.
Seriously, start
To play this card, discard. Honestly, I do like we did 7 different booster box openings for Star Trek, and I enjoyed it. I've got some decks to update, and we will do some more Star Trek openings at some point.
I'm
I'm
not sure
sure
that's what she means by the comment.
Oh,
because we were talking about alternate timelines.
Oh, that too. Yep. Anyway, do like Star Trek.
Yes, we've done.
To play this card, discard. Before each of your turns, draw a card. So this lets you draw an extra card a turn. It doesn't do damage though, which most creatures do. It's interesting. That could be good. There's an extra rare for our rare pile.
You pulled some awesome cards. Yeah, these are fun.
I don't have enough experience playing this game to really know what the strong cards are, but I mean, some of them seem good for sure.
Yeah. Ooh, wait, do we have that one?
I've heard that Professor Snape is one of the better
better
better wizard cards in this set.
Sorry,
he seems to be used in a lot of deck builds.
105.
So I'm kind of hoping to get one of him. But choose one of your opponent's items in play and discard it.
Oh, yeah, we don't have that one in the binder.
Squiggle Quill, 105.
Alan Rickman will always be Professor Snape for me.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
It's a pet rat. Scabbers before they learned more about him. His name's Scabbers, and he's useless. He hardly ever wakes up.
Aw, they make him so cute.
98. To play this card, discard one of your Care of Magical Creature lessons from play. 1 damage each turn, 4 health. There's the Rumpin Potion again. Lost Notes.
Oh, we only need one more on this page.
Do we have a 94 Lost Notes?
Yes.
Okay, choose one of your opponent's items or lessons from play and discard it. Your opponent's almost always going to have lessons.
One of my favorite
even if they
roles,
don't have an item, so that could be useful for sure.
One of my favorite roles of Alan Rickman was probably in
Sense
and Sensibility. I loved him in that movie.
Logic Puzzle. Ooh, this was one of the scenes I loved from the book, but they skipped in the movie. They didn't have the logic puzzle. Discard the adventure your opponent has played. You get the reward. So this is just automatically pass whatever adventure is going on.
He also did a villain really well too.
Hermione let out a great sigh, and Harry, amazed, saw that she was smiling.
Now I want to go rewatch Sense and Sensibility.
56.
All these movies that I watched a lot.
Another hiding from Snape. This is like our 4th one. And then we have Shrinking Potion. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to you. Interesting.
We definitely don't have that one. We don't have many on that page.
So yeah, some of the things are drawn right out of events from the book. Some things
movie night.
are just concepts of things they could have done for spells and whatnot that weren't actually featured, I believe.
We have to get a Discord set up. I wouldn't even know how to do that.
Oh, wait a minute.
They're glued at the bottom.
Look at that. They're stuck to each other.
So there's maybe something sticky got in there.
Maybe. Don't know why. There's definitely something sticky. But yeah, I mean,
there you go.
Like I said, I ran into that on the other side too, so.
Honestly, I don't think how long it sounds like it would have been in that storage place at the whatever that place was, the bookshop or whatever. I don't think there's any tampering with these. I don't think there would have been reason for it.
I doubt it too. I mean, our hit rate hasn't been particularly great by any means, but Haggard and the Stranger, Homework, Borrowed Wand, Forest
Seeing a
Troll.
lot of...
It seems to be the sets organized by rarity. So you got the rares first, then the uncommons, and then the commons. Is the common section complete?
Where's the no, I don't think so.
Where commons start? Is it all filled in?
No.
Okay. Take root.
Because we need this one. We need 77.
Okay.
Commons, we need...
Here's 68.
86.
Card 5.
It's the
Your
middle
opponent
ones
chooses
we need.
one of his or her
no,
creatures in play and discards it. So again, it's an anti-creature card for Transfiguration. 68.
I'm sorry. 60. No, we don't have that one.
Didn't think so. Ooh, Kelpie.
Ooh, I like it. That looks really cool. It's like kind of creepy, but cool.
An underwater angry horsey.
Oh my goodness.
Sort of thing.
It's cool.
Card 55.
I feel someone sneezed
again. There's a lot of discard one of your lessons things here. Whenever a spell card damages you, you may let Kelpie take that damage instead. Interesting. 1 damage per turn, 5 health, and it can tank spells for you. I don't know why I think
Void would like this one.
This is another Hildebrand art, interestingly.
I mean, guess the art that Void would like, right? I feel like he would like this one. I don't know why. I could be completely wrong.
So there's a Potions, Transfiguration.
55, huh?
Okay, see, here's another difference, because I'm pretty sure in those other boxes we opened, if you pulled a foil, there was an extra regular rare in the pack as well. I'm quite sure of that. With
maybe they changed.
But this base set, that's not the case at all. It hasn't been. So.
Oh, I missed it.
So we get less rares per box.
11. Okay.
As well as there being a bigger set. So there's no way we're finishing this.
No, but I mean.
That's card 11.
We might be able to order the last few we need then.
It's a foil human chess game.
If we wanted to finish it, if we can find them.
I seem to recall this being somewhere near the top of expensive cards in the set.
Where is it that we look for? Oh, it was category 1, right?
Yeah, so this might be a quite strong one. It is a nice looking card for sure.
I was trying to remember where we looked for the prices.
During each of your opponent's turns, he or she can play cards only if you played 1 or more cards during your previous turn. Okay. To solve, your opponent chooses and discards one of his or her character cards in play, other than his or her starting character, or 8 cards from his or her hand. Interesting. Options. Opponent's reward. Your opponent may draw 3 cards. I think it just gives too many options, and unless you have a deck that just wants to sit and not play things, I don't see you being able to set this up to really be super annoying all that often. But it is a neat card. What a cool set to get, though. Especially how potentially rare they are. Yeah, I mean, this is the second rarest of the 5 sets they released. So this one's the second hardest to find. So human chess game, and it's the foil version.
Yeah, it's it's only $10. But $10.10. But
it's still something.
That Professor Flitwick is the 4th.
Well, that's just of the ones they have in stock.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh wait, so I gotta say all out of stock as well, or will it only show out of stock? Oh, can't you just do all? Show all. There we go. Oh, there was a way to do all.
You can do show all. You can do sort by.
There.
I'll put a sleeve on that one. It is a nice addition.
All right, all right, sorry. Human cross game, that was, or
human chess game.
Sorry, that is the 4th most expensive.
Oh, interesting.
So.
Well, again, this is just from one particular store, right? And it depends on when the last time they had stuff in stock was. So I wouldn't put too much weight on that, but.
Well, I don't know.
It is at least popular. Yeah, I mean, this, honestly, it's fun, and this is extra surprising, because like I said, I've been planning out this for collecting Harry Potter stuff to open and planning to explore this game for 2 years, and had very little hopes of finding much of the base set. And then this just sort of fell out on us in this past week and a half here, so that was interesting, and I was very glad to get it at a very fair price as well, so this is definitely going to help our collection. Homework. Forgetfulness potion. Don't think I've seen this one. 7 to play this again. Forgetful, so maybe I'm wrong. To play this card, discard one of your potions lessons from play. During your opponent's next turn, he or she can't play cards. Doesn't sound familiar. Snape made them all nervous, breathing down their necks while they tried to remember how to make a forgetfulness potion. Okay. 86. Angela stepped out for a moment, so I'm going to have to flip a few pages on my own to see if it's there. 81. I think it is not. So there we go. And remember all. I do remember the remember all. So there we go. That counters the forgetfulness potion. Random question. Ever played Munchkin? I don't mean to distract. I've been trying to find other players. I remember like a comic strip called Munchkin that used to be featured in the old Scry magazines, but I never actually. I think I vaguely remember there's something about them making a game, but I never saw any in person and never tried it.
Okay, I'm back.
If it's even the same one that I'm thinking, but
okay.
forgetfulness potion there is new.
Yeah. Did you get the last question there?
Yes.
Okay.
Confundus. This looks familiar. 47, I think we've already got, eh?
I'll take a second. 47.
And there's the baby dragon again. We have seen this. Yeah. Potions and transfiguration.
Ooh,
another foil. Invisibility cloak. That looks nice as a foil.
Oh, that is so pretty. Ooh, my goodness. I like it a lot.
It's very subtle, the foiling around the edges of the cloak, in addition to the foiling pattern that you usually get.
The camera doesn't do it justice, to be honest. It looks very, like, a lot nicer in person. Like, I can see what it's showing on here, but it's a lot nicer if you're looking at the actual card, not through a camera lens.
Yeah. It is neat, but
sorry,
wow.
What?
Sorry, the number is 12.
You can see the invisibility cloak. If you turn it the right way, you can actually see it.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
But 13 cost is huge. Item, Gryffindor unique. Once during each of your opponent's turns, you may prevent all damage done to you by a spell card. Once during each turn.
Do you think
that is definitely a strong effect.
Maybe they don't have non-hollows of the rare cards.
Yes, they certainly do, because we've been opening some of them.
Oh, we've just been playing the hollow versions.
It's only the unicorn that is only available as a foil. I'm quite sure that's the only one that's only a foil. The other ones you can all get foil or non-foil versions.
That looks really nice. The colors, oh my goodness, it's nice.
It is nice. I'm going to put a sleeve on that again before we put it in the binder.
I need to get some Tylenol. Just a long day being out with the kids at the fundraising auction.
That is nice.
We had a good day.
And again, look at this. I missed this somehow. So they're sticking together.
It's probably just the how it was stored or something.
Well, I would think that, except there's definitely something here. Like,
Can I see?
No, but no, I mean on the pack. I don't mean.
Well, yeah, no, there's something sticky on there. I don't know. It's weird.
It
doesn't make any sense.
I've seen people put for old games once they're out and they're trying to make a collection to sell. Sometimes people would
like sticky tape, like a two-sided tape.
Would stick a selection of packs to a sheet of cardboard and wrap it and sell it like that, so you could have a variety pack sort of a thing. But then to pull a bunch of packs out of that to stick back in a box would be a little bit strange. 105 Squiggle Quill. We've seen this before, right?
Clients for prom season makeup and hair unbeat. Oh, yeah.
We've already got a Squiggle Quill, 105?
Yes. I believe so.
There's the pet rat. Ooh, oil cure. This might be new.
I think so.
77. Spell healing. Put 4 non-healing cards from your discard pile on the bottom of your deck.
It used to take like 3 hours to do my hair when I was in high school for proms, and we got to go to 2 proms a year because we were a small town. So all through high school, I went to twice a year to prom, spring prom and winter prom.
There's a dung bomb again.
We don't have a lot to do in small towns, so we had lots of proms in Kansas.
Pet toad. That is 61. An uncommon 61.
Hey, Trainer Glenn, how's it going?
Whenever a spell card damages you, you may let Pet Toad take the damage instead.
We definitely don't have this one.
Okay, so this is like the Kelpie, but it only has 1 health, so
Trainer
it's
Glenn
not
just came in. We happened to luck into a base set of the Harry Potter CCG. I think, or TCG, whatever.
Base set is the second hardest set to find sealed product for now, or at least second most expensive. So I was very lucky to find this from a friend who happened to have some. That they'd been sitting on for a while. And they don't actually play. They just sort of
like Harry Potter. They're big time Harry Potter fans.
So yeah, they were gracious enough to let us have it at a very fair price compared to what I've seen it for elsewhere.
And I mean,
it wasn't a full sealed box. It had been opened. There was a couple packs that were either missing or had been opened, and some loose cards in the box. So, but still amazing and very helpful for us for our collection. Whenever I've already covered that. Don't know why he's so bothered, said Ron. If I'd brought a toad, I'd lose it as quick as I could. And there's a baby dragon again.
Ron talking like putting down the toad. Meanwhile, he had a rat.
Yeah,
like
I know.
That turned out to be an evil.
And there's another shrinking potion.
I do hair and makeup for individuals at an hour 30. So yeah, I think getting okay. All right, no problem. Lexi, thanks for popping in. We appreciate you. Feel free to replay later if you want to see what the rest of the box holds.
Yeah.
And we look forward to seeing you again. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, we still have that other box of Adventure at Hogwarts to get to eventually, too.
Yeah.
So. Snape's question. Foul Brew. Hospital Wing. This might be new. 91. Spell healing to play this card. Discard one of your potions, lessons from play. Shuffle up to 8 non-healing cards from your discard pile.
No, we have that one.
Okay. Bobilius. Pewter Cauldron, Wingardium Leviosa.
We finished a couple pages and I didn't even notice we finished them.
Dragon Heart Wand.
We have that one, yeah.
I think so, yes.
We pulled a couple of them.
Thank you very much again. What's
that one? 40.
Let's go with a picture of Eevee, I think.
Yeah.
Bluebell Flames. We've seen this before, I think. 44.
I'm just double checking. Yeah.
Oh, these are uncommons. I'm getting my uncommons in my common pile. That will be confusing later.
Ooh.
Hannah Abbott.
Ooh.
Hollow.
Nice.
So there's our second hollow wizard. Or witch in this case.
Oh, see what the look
Gryffindor,
at the effect is.
unique.
Like it kind of goes from like if you put a certain way, it almost has like a little color.
Yeah.
In the background. That is cool.
Once per game, you may trade 2 cards in your hand for 2 non-healing cards in your discard pile. Okay, so that's similar to Flitwick's ability, except you're getting 2 cards back, and the only restriction is non-healing. They don't have to be.
So what's the number of this one?
Interesting. Card 7.
Okay. So first page.
Hollow Hannah. The table on the right
It's really hard to read.
cheered and clapped. Hannah went to sit down at the Hufflepuff table. Yeah, she's a Hufflepuff character. I forgot that. Anyway. But that seems like a useful ability for sure.
Well, this is fun. I mean,
see, I know that I've heard of a deck where you just play lots and lots of witch and wizard cards, and that's the deck that Ron would be good for, because he makes it cheaper to play, and then each one has an extra ability that you can use. So
that's really cool.
And some of them are pretty strong. So yeah, that is nice.
I like the.
I'm not disappointed to pull that at all.
That's just really cool how the. Oh, look at that! You can see it, you put it in the light, you can see it better. Like you've got the red and blue on the diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, this is really cool. It looks kind of 3D. That is almost like the pictures like of the ghosts on the wall.
Yeah. I mean,
really cool.
the hollows do have that sort of 3D effect.
That is
to some
really
degree. Some
cool.
of them it's more visible than others.
I like it a lot.
Magical mishap.
Oh wait, is that new?
Do 3 damage to your opponent. 95. It might be. Harry would have screamed, but he couldn't make a sound.
Hey, that's the last one on this page. Cool.
Nice. Boil Cure. I think we've seen this before. Curious Raven we've seen. Epoxymose.
We're missing 108 for the commons, I think. And
Wolf. Fumus. 52.
I don't know where the commons start at.
Do 2 damage to each creature, even your own. Fumus. Interesting. So it's Pyroclasm.
Ooh.
Stupefy.
That looks fun.
Got nice little Hildebrandt art featuring Dumbledore. Do 5 damage to your opponent. I arrived in time to prevent that, said Dumbledore. And we got a potion of charms, and then potion ingredients.
That's new, I think.
I think so too. That's card 33. Costs 5. When a spell card damages you, you may discard this card from play to prevent all of that damage. Interesting.
I like that one. It's got a different kind of border to it, and it's kind of neat. Ooh.
Oh, it's got a nick on the bottom.
It's got a nick, and there's lines.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
There's lines on the back. That's unfortunate.
Here, let me see the back. Wow, these are really stuck. Look at that.
You can see like lines.
Yikes.
I have a feeling it's from some kind of storage.
So there's the ding there.
Yeah. Lift it up a little higher. I'm not sure you could really see it. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Oh, wow. This is lots of fun.
It is.
I mean, I know it's not like Broly's live stream, which is really lively, but we appreciate them.
Out of the Woods, 97. Did you say we're finished the commons now?
No, we still got like at least one, possibly two more. I can't tell where the commons start and when they end.
Discard all creature cards from their hand.
We got that one.
Haggard and the Stranger.
I think we have that one.
Proximize, yeah. And Carcer Fours.
Yes.
Homework, definitely.
Yes.
Forgetfulness Potion. Take Root is uncommon. We have it.
Yeah, I think so.
And Kelpie we have as well.
Another one of that one?
Yeah, there's our 2 lessons. And another potion ingredients back to back. Interesting. Well, again, this is the sort of thing that might play well into that items deck that I was building.
Spencer McKay raid. Hey, thank you, JR. Thank you for popping in. Thank you, Spencer McKay.
Thanks for coming.
And all the raiders.
Absolutely.
We're just opening a base set of Harry
Potter. I put this in the wrong type of sleeve.
It's funny, we all of a sudden drop three people. The raid comes in and we drop 3 people. Welcome in, we appreciate you. Yeah, a friend she had a base set of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And gifted it, or didn't gift it to us, we gave her money for it. But basically it feels
she
like
gave it to us for a good price.
Yes.
And
yeah. This is an old set of Harry Potter.
This is the starting set. So this one is advanced level. So that could have to do with some of the mechanics and power level as well. Not being as strong as some cards you see later. But this was the introductory to into the world of Harry Potter for Wizards of the Coast.
JR was tonight. We appreciate you, JR. Thanks for popping in.
Yep. There's Peter Cauldron
Harry Potter
again.
is just so exciting.
The giant tarantula again.
Oh, the creepy tarantula. I don't like spiders.
Magical mishap.
Indeed. It's all good. It's all good. I just when I send you like notifications that we're going live, it's just to let you know.
Hospital.
We never expect people to
pet rat.
Be here every single time. It's all good.
Draco's Trick.
Ooh, that's new.
Discard the adventure you've played.
Oh no, wait, we have it. We just
you discard the adventure you've played, and you get the reward. Ah, okay. I misread this last time. So this is a way of you getting the reward for an adventure you've played.
Okay.
That is unusual, and that could be quite the tactic. I'm going to have to keep this one in mind for deck building at some point.
So for those of you that are just coming in, we announced a little bit earlier at the beginning of the stream there that
Alchemy.
Once we hit 4,000 watch hours, we're going to open a booster box of Fusion Strike.
Right. So, which is again off topic. But
I know it's off topic, but I know all these people are Pokemon
Ron
people.
Spencer art.
40.
Search your deck. You may take up to 2 lesson cards from your deck. Show them to your opponent and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck.
It is random night, so.
Well, yes.
We can bring other topics in.
There's a potions lesson, transfiguration lesson, Hermione Granger. Ooh. This is the holo version. Ooh. You want to open that box over there.
Hermione. Oh wait, okay.
See, this is one of the exceptions. Ordinarily, when you get the card out of a booster pack, you can get the holo like this, or the non-holo, just the regular plain card. There is also
this one is actually less than the other holo pattern.
Yes, the other holo pattern, which is what I want to show them out of that box, is the one that comes with the starter deck, because this is one of the two. The 2-player starter that was in base set gives you Draco Malfoy and Hermione Granger as your starting witch and wizard for the 2 decks. So first I'm going to sleeve this. So this card
Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Welcome in.
Yes, absolutely.
Feel free to chat amongst each other. We like chat. If you have questions about Harry Potter or anything else, provided it's not about politics, then we are happy to answer.
There we go. So let's see if we can.
Ooh, look at that! It's so cool.
Get some of the hollow effects going here. It's really.
Yeah, you can
these cards are not easy to capture in person, the effect, and they're worse sometimes in. Anyway, but basically, she lets you play 2 lessons at once for one action. So it can help you develop your board.
Everybody say hi to Ryan. Ryan, say hi to everybody.
In a bigger hurry.
Hi, Ryan.
So let's see here. So this is the foil version hollow that comes with the starter deck. Same card, but 2 different foil hollow treatments. And the hollow version, this is just oppressive in my opinion. Like, it's a little bit overdone because it makes the card hard to read.
Yeah.
I kind of like the subtler
read it from this
foiling
angle.
Version myself.
I can read it from this angle. This is how you hold the card.
Yeah. But we'll put the one we pulled out of the booster box and
that's cool.
In there.
9. Oh, that's okay. The last spot on the first page. Usually, we're doing okay for the first page. 4 on the first page. We've got 4 on the second page.
And that's our 3rd hollow wizard we pulled.
Yeah.
We pulled Hannah, Flitwick, and now Hermione. And again, the ones that really are the heavy hitters in terms of value are the hollows of Harry Potter or the Unicorn. Those are the 2 big hits in the set that are worth about $35 US a piece, I believe.
Yeah, so if you do ever buy this box at full price, I would not open the packs.
It's really not worth it as a value proposition to try to open packs.
Yeah.
But for us, we're trying to complete sets. We're trying to learn the game.
And we got it at a really good price.
We have nothing to start with, so...
And we got, like I said, and we got it at a really good price.
Virtually, so yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. I keep saying this one. I'm like, oh, do we have that one? And that's a different
Potions exam.
He looks too happy.
63. Spell for 10. Very expensive. Your opponent chooses 3 of his or her cards in play and discards them. If your opponent has fewer than 3 cards in play, they discard all of them. Your opponent may prevent this by choosing one of his or her potions lessons in play and discarding it.
I wish they would. I don't know. It'd be fun if they revived it but kept this kind of art. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just stick to this kind of art. Don't go changing.
It was a fun art style. Phoenix Feather Wand.
Ooh.
So that's a rare. It's not a foil.
What number?
31.
That looks cool.
It does look cool. To play this card only if you have cards in play that provide at least 3 charms power. If you play this card and you already have a wand in play, discard the old one. And it provides 4 charms power. So again, charms like potions has got these items that help it scale up its power production to cast those really expensive spells.
Sorry.
We are over halfway through the box now. We're down to, I don't know how many packs, but less than half left. So,
this has been fun. I mean, if we can get most of the collection, we could always try and get the last few cards that we were.
Well, maybe. I don't know if I'm going to be wanting to buy those expensive ones.
Well, I don't know. I said we could try.
Carciferous restricted section.
Ooh, that looks cool.
Scottish Stag.
I know I saw it, but I still think it's cool.
Yeah, a lot of these arts are pretty neat. Ooh, Silver Cauldron. So this is an uncommon.
What number?
This is 65.
Okay.
8 cost Cauldron. To play this, discard 2 of your potions lessons from play, and it provides 5. So it gives you a net boost of 3, but it cost 8 to begin with. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there are decks that can make use of it. Nurture. Remove all damage counters from all your creatures.
Do we have that one?
58. We might. I might have put it in the deck, so it might not be in there, though. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, there it is.
Okay.
So, yeah, we got Nurture.
And we got...
Another potion ingredients.
Is that like the third?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Is it a good card?
I don't know. I have a deck that I think it would maybe be useful in, but I'm not sure. It doesn't strike me as being super powerful.
I wonder if we could get, like, say we went to one of the card shops that isn't usually too busy, and we had people that were willing to try older games, if they'd be willing to try some of the decks we put together. And you just kind of like...
Maybe, if we just had time to kill.
Yeah. Just be like, who wants to learn how to play Harry Potter?
I think it'd be more sort of an, maybe a get-together offer for the guys in our neighboring town there.
What I'm talking about.
And say, hey, we could run old game nights and list a few options. Anybody want to learn this, or this? And we can set up a date to come with decks and try it out.
Yeah.
Magical Mishap. Squiggle Quill. Pet Rat.
Boil Cure.
Boil Cure. Epoximize.
We have the Boil Cure one.
Snape's Question. Then
I'm
we're into
questioning.
Ollivanders is our uncommon.
I'm questioning whether we have all those.
And Silver Cauldron we just saw, so we're definitely getting into more heavy repeats. Oh, Rubius Hagrid foil.
Oh, hey, we might have finished the commons. No, we didn't. We still need 108. Ooh, cool.
You can kind of see the 3D effect on his face.
He looks kind of mean.
He does.
Hagrid doesn't seem mean to me.
Now, at this point, he wasn't a professor, so he doesn't provide care of magical creatures, this version.
What number is it, sorry?
This is number 18.
Okay.
When one of your creatures does 3 or more damage to your opponent, it does 2 more damage than it normally would. Okay. So anything that does 3 damage automatically gets bumped to 5.
So, if you hold that in a certain way that you can't see the picture, you can read the words really well.
Yeah. So yeah, we've definitely pulled more of the hollow characters in the base set than we did in the other.
That Hagrid looks kind of scary. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Like, the Hagrid that I got to know, like, is the one from the movie, right?
Yeah, I mean, in the book, he's described as a little intimidating looking. Like, he is huge, for one thing. But anyway.
Hagrid's, I don't know, to me, he just seems like he's like a big teddy bear. It's really hard to... There, I'm trying to... Ooh, there we go. It's so much nicer when you look at it in, like, the light. That 3D effect is really cool.
I'm just
It doesn't look
these
as
wrappers.
Scary when you have them in the colorful.
Incarcifor.
We're gonna have to show some of these.
Forest Troll.
Yeah, but he can't
Pet
keep
Rat,
secrets. I know, right?
Illegibus. Card 92. Look at your opponent's hand, choose one of those cards, and discard it.
Did I put it in the wrong place? I did. I put it in the wrong place.
Do we have 92?
Okay, just give me a second. I'm just switching things because I put them in the wrong place.
There's another Steel Claw.
92, huh?
Bluebell Flames. I think
92. Yes,
this seems
92.
like a usable spell.
The last one that I know is a common that we don't have is 108. So, ooh, what's this one?
Mrs. Norris.
Oh, that's that guy's cat.
Yes.
The creepy cat.
Cat unique. Costs 2 to play.
29.
29 is the card number. 1 health. Your opponent plays with his or her hand face up. So it's a spy cat.
Oops. Hey, Barry.
Filch owned a cat called Mrs. Norris. Scrawny, dust-colored creature with bulging eyes, lamp-like eyes.
Hey, I was hiding another pack over here on my side.
Okay. So yeah. There's Mrs. Norris.
Is that like, was it a hairless cat, or it looks like a hairless cat in this picture?
No,
but the one in the
don't
movie
think
was
so.
not a hairless cat.
No, it said nothing about that, and I don't really
He
think
looks like a hairless cat, though.
I think I can see hair on that face. I mean,
It's whiskers. They still have whiskers.
no, but like on the top of his head, but it looks like it's got fur. Look at the texture on those legs.
Even hairless cats have a little something, but they're just. I could never have a hairless cat. Oh, you're right. It does have fur.
What do you think, Abram?
Yeah, fur. A little. Hairless cat and they named it Smeagol.
You want a hairless cat?
No, someone had a hairless cat. They named it Smeagol.
Yeah, I would name it Schmeagol too.
It seems fitting. Out of the woods.
You want to get a
Potionless
hairless
steak.
guinea pig and name it Schmeagol.
Yeah.
Homework.
The poor thing would be cool.
Cauldron
Yeah,
Deceive.
we'll make it a sweater.
Forgetfulness Potion.
Sorry, I'm just getting a glass of water.
Avifors. This, we haven't seen this in a while, but we might have had it in one of the earlier packs. I think we have this. 74, yeah, choose one of your... We have Avifors, I think.
I think so.
There's another Stupefy.
I don't know that
And
one.
Vanished Glass. This is new, 71. Play this card only if your opponent has any lessons in play. Choose one of those lessons and discard it. Search your deck. You may take a creature card from your deck, show it to your opponent, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Interesting. So, it gets rid of one of their lessons and tutors you up a creature. That is strong. However, costing 9 means that's a very late game play. So, it might not be as good by then, but still, there's some potential there. The Unicorn.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's card 20.
I love it. It's really pretty.
So that is one of the 2 big hits in the set. Health 6. Cost 6. To play this card, discard one of your Care of Magical Creatures lessons.
$35.99 is what that one is selling for right now.
So US, so that's about a $50 Canadian card at least. Anyway, you get one more action on each of your turns. So you know how you usually get 2 actions a turn. If you have this in play, you get 3 actions a turn instead.
Ooh.
That
is really
that
nice
is
looking.
a strong ability.
I like this card. Okay, you know what? Honestly, okay. I know we don't really think about grading Harry Potter cards, but if I could grade a Harry Potter card, I would do this one.
And it's probably one of the better picks we've got as an option so far, for sure. That is because it is a monstrous thing to slay a unicorn, said Ferenzi. Yeah, I always have trouble pronouncing that centaur's name, but we'll go with Ferenzi.
That's really nice.
It is nice.
We should do some of these for rated or hated and see what people would think of them.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
I know people didn't like Magic. People weren't too happy with us doing the rated or hated for Magic. They're like, this is stupid. Flip the card over early or sooner. I'm like, I don't care what you say. We like doing them. So. Or when somebody comes and puts a thumbs down on my Lost Origin Giratina rated or hated, I'm like, okay. Have a great day.
So that was a nice one.
That was a nice one. It's so pretty. And you said this is the only version of that one?
Yes, you cannot get a non-hollow or non-foil whatever unicorn. So at least that's what I've heard.
That's cool.
So Out of the Woods. Hagrid and the Stranger. Proximize, Incarcivores, Homework, Forgetfulness Potion, and then another Stupefy.
That's kind of fun. It's nice having a second one of that one. Oh, and that one too.
Dog Breath Potion.
We do have this one.
Yeah. Care Magical Creatures.
Was that...
Charms.
Which one had the unicorn in it? Was it the one that I had sitting here that I had put over to the side by accident?
I'm not sure.
I think it was, wasn't it?
I'm not sure. I would have to
don't
go
remember.
back and rewatch
Yeah.
the video. Meet the Centaurs.
I think we have this one.
Yes, we've opened this one before.
Yeah.
Card 27. I'll give it a sleeve. Maybe it'll be worth playing.
I don't know
with.
why I had that one card way over here. Or that one pack way over here. It's weird. It would be funny if that was actually the one. So the Harry Potter one is the other one.
Yeah, we haven't opened Harry Potter yet. We haven't opened Severus Snape yet either.
But we got we got 3 of the top 4 cards.
Well, according to that one store.
To this list.
But Homework. And again, how long has it been since they had those in stock? Is the other thing.
These are all the ones
that might affect the prices.
The unicorn's in stock right now.
Connecting.
Oh, no.
Snape's Question 104.
Oh, no.
We've seen this before, haven't we?
I think so. Yes. Hey, Void.
Another Stupefy.
My good pal Insomnia brought me by. Where's that card? I gotta show this to him. Yes, I want to ask you. There's a card I want to ask you if you like, but this one we just pulled. I'm very excited about it. Thank you, Tank. We just pulled this. That's like the second most valuable card in the set.
Tiddlando.
But it's a unicorn. It's pretty. Yay!
Yeah.
All right, so there's another card that I was thinking you might like.
So Tiddlando, I think, is new for us.
Where
I could
is
be
it?
wrong, but
Here it is.
it's a tickling spell, apparently. Card number 36. Do 3 damage to your opponent or to a creature of your choice. Then your opponent chooses 3 cards in his or her hand and discards
We do
them.
have it.
If there are fewer than 3 cards in your opponent's hand, they discard them all.
So this is the one that I thought you might like the art of. I don't know if I'm wrong. You can tell me. But what do you think of that one, Void?
Kelpie.
Ooh, that's nice. I thought you might like it. See, I'm getting.
Let me see that for a second. I don't think we read the flavor text on that one.
I'm getting to know what Void likes.
What does it say? The mountains around the school became icy gray, and the lake like chilled steel. It's another Hildebrand art. For some reason, I'm not surprised at that.
What is that other one that we're... You might like this one, but that wasn't one that I thought of. Sorry, I gotta put that back. This one we have.
We have that?
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
It was...
He says it's brutal and violent and pitch black. The lore behind it fits. Good instincts.
I am getting to know Void. Some I'm less certain about, but I thought you might like that one. It was this one. This was the other one. I don't know what he thinks of this one. This one is kind of like a, I'm not sure. Here, just
Borrowed
gonna...
wand.
This was the other one that I wasn't sure if you'd like or not. It's kind of a neat art. It's kind of creepy, but I'm not sure what you think of that.
Yes.
Yeah, if it's unalived, he'll appreciate it. Or brutal. Yeah.
Diagon Alley, we've seen before. Dragon Breath Potion, we've seen before. There's our 2 lessons. And Human Chess Match Foil. This is our first. Is this our first ever double foil out of a box?
We got that in a foil before? Or wait, is that the other foil one? Or no, it's the same one? Yeah, I think so. I don't remember.
Well, that's something.
Is this the one that was loose in the box?
No.
Okay. Interesting.
I mean, honestly, if you're going to get one in foil, this wouldn't be the worst one to get.
No, wasn't that like the 4th? Yeah, that's the 4th best card.
Well, most popular anyway.
Well, on here.
I'm not. I don't know. I have a trouble thinking it would be an overly powerful card from what just reading it, but it does look like an iconic scene. So yeah, something people would love to have a card of.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. Like, is the prices of this game driven more by playability or collectability? I think it's more by collectability. That's my hunch. Yeah, even though it's an old game that nobody's heard of and nobody cares, but Harry Potter is a popular franchise.
Yeah.
So, Curious Raven. Epoch Mice. Fluffy falls asleep. Vicious Wolf. Arr.
Yeah, Void might like that one.
Boa Constrictor.
I like wolves too, though. So
Giant Tarantula. I
think
they
always be ripping Redemption and bore everyone. Do we have some of that somewhere, don't we?
I used to. The last sealed product I had for that I sent to Mana. So
I got a gold today. Yay, Void!
So yeah, I do think they nailed Ron's face in this. Just his reaction to the spider.
Why does Ron look like that? He's scared of the spider.
Yep. Fumos.
On a gold mon. Is that what you showed me earlier in the picture?
A logic puzzle.
Or is it something else? Did you win something else? I don't know.
And there's our 2 and transfiguration test.
That's what number? 38?
38.
I'm scared of Ron.
If your opponent has 2 or more creatures in play, he or she chooses one of them and discards the rest.
Yeah.
Then, if you have 2 or more creatures in play, choose one of them and discard the rest.
This is definitely a fun set to open. Like, I mean, this is fun. We've got some decent
cards.
So
it brings you both down to a single creature. We're down to our last 6 or 8 packs or so. So we're getting down to the bottom.
It would be neat.
I'd like to see Harry and Snape show up still. I'm trying to think what other cards are in here even that we haven't seen yet. I'm not as familiar with the set, to be honest.
So yeah, I'm less and less, or I'm more and more sure that this was not a box that was tampered with.
Yeah. Giant Tarantula.
The new gold.
We've got
yeah, that is the one you sent me.
We got a fair number of foils, really.
Yeah.
Magical Mishap, Hospital Wing, Swill Quill. And then our uncommons, Bluebell Flames, and Fumos. We're getting a lot of these.
Ooh, hey! No way!
Nice.
Oh my goodness!
And it's the hollow version.
This is a freaking amazing box.
This was a good box, because that's the other of the 2 big hits, is the hollow Harry Potter and the unicorn are the
this is awesome.
2 biggest hits in the set, and we got them both in this box. So that's
is that number 1?
Number 8.
Nice.
So character Gryffindor unique. Whenever you use an action to draw a card, you may draw 2 cards instead of 1. That's strong. There. And
I gotta clip that. Sleeve it, one touch it.
There will be books written about Harry. Every child,
wizard, Harry. Yeah.
Every child in our world will know his name. Quote from Professor McGonagall. Professor McGonagall isn't in this set.
Oh.
We did get a version of her from Quidditch Cup, I believe.
I'm not allowed to touch these special holo cards because I would totally make a fingerprint on it. Oh, that's so exciting that we pulled that.
It is exciting.
Careful, don't
it's not in perfect shape, but it's pretty nice.
What a box. Luella did good finding this.
There's a little scratch here on the side. You can see vertical line coming up from the numbers amongst, at least that's the biggest fault I've spotted so far, but
maybe
it is a nice card.
Maybe we should eventually one day
Oops, let's drop it. That's good.
grade the double copy that we got of the holo.
Who knows?
That's awesome though.
Anyway, it is nice pull, and that's card 8. So first page, PSA 1. Yeah, these cards honestly. Microfiber
After the drop.
microfiber won't stop scratches, and these cards, the holos from this game, are notoriously hard to get good grades on.
Lucky. Yeah, no, I don't think we're not planning
notoriously hard to get.
We're definitely not
on.
thinking about grading this one, but it could be the one that got the double up. You want to show?
Yeah, we're mainly interested in collecting.
Yeah. It could be fun just to grade for the heck of it.
Yeah,
that's actually wouldn't be a horrible one to grade.
Maybe
it's kind of fun.
It is a fun card.
We'd have to look at the two of them, see which one's better.
Most grading slabs, though, they're designed to display cards this way.
That's fine.
Not this way.
Because if you're, I don't know. This set was brutal for factory conditions and precision.
Yeah.
But what a box that we got! That's like
almost as bad as the Pokemon of the same era. What do you think? Also by Wizards of the Coast.
Wizards of the Coast. What were you thinking? Although
I'm upside down.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I guess
the Remember All, Irrumpin' Potion, Snape's Question. I am really curious what that common we're still missing is. Steel Claw.
Sorry, there's 108. Section.
Yeah. And there's another Kelpie.
Yeah, what is 108? I can look it up.
Number 4, Privet Drive. I don't think we have this one yet. 39. It's an uncommon. Adventure. Your opponent can't play spell cards. To solve, your opponent chooses 6 cards in his or her hand and discards them. Your opponent's reward. Your opponent may draw a card after they've just discarded 6. Right. Your opponent can't play spell cards. That would, yeah, this could be a real problem for some decks. I mean, if you're playing creatures as your main strategy, it probably isn't as bad.
It won't come up by number. I don't know.
Harry was used to spiders because the cupboard under the stairs was full of them. And that was where he slept. Junk wax era in the card world. Yeah, well, there is that too.
I could probably look it up after.
And a delivery owl, which we did see.
1987 to 2007 is considered the junk wax era in the card world.
So this is that other owl that we already looked at because there was a loose one, I think, in the top of the box.
This is actually kind of a fun one.
So I might have been wrong about that. Maybe there were the 2 rares there after all. But in any case, we got a delivery owl. That might go into my owl deck I just built after I tested out as a strictly Diagon Alley deck. And I might improve it with cards from other sets.
I remembered, though, when we pulled this card, I remembered to do that after.
Yes.
So, yay! That'll be a nice video to go up later.
Perhaps. Boil Cure. 77. Spell Healing. Yeah, we've seen this before, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
Cauldron Deceive. Lost Notes.
I think we have that one.
Who's one of your opponent's items? 94.
Yeah.
I think so. Haggard and the Stranger. Remember All. Restricted Section.
Yep.
Snuffling Potion. That's an uncommon.
We have that one.
And number 4, Privet Drive. Yeah, back to back.
Huh.
Pretty well, anyway. 2 lessons.
No way!
And the Ron Weasley.
Is that the one you bought? Or
that is one that I picked up fairly cheap earlier on. I think it's about a $6 card.
Do you want to take this one out just so you can say that it's the actual one you pulled it in the...
Oh, sure, why not? Yes.
Well, that's kind of fun. Cool. I mean...
So we got Ron, Harry, and Hermione, and the unicorn. Ooh.
Is that...
Look at that print line.
Is that dust on there, or is that just a spot?
That might be a spot. It's hard to say. I'm afraid to touch it because that makes things worse with these often.
Yeah.
I don't have a microfiber. Yeah, it just smudges, so
Okay.
I'm not gonna...
There's a microfiber cloth somewhere for glasses. That's probably the best ones to use on cards.
I'm not overly fussed about it anyway.
No. It's exciting.
There's the one that I purchased earlier, which is no better, I'm sure.
But still, at least you can say it was from...
But hey, now if I want to make a Ron Weasley deck, I don't have to pull my Ron Weasley out of the binder to do it. Oh, for Pete's sake, these are so...
Is there debris in there?
Tight.
You're trying to take it out?
Yes, I'm trying to take it out. Because I'm going to be playing with it.
Oh, I see.
I want one of these sleeves.
Oh, this was a really good box. Holy cow.
So yeah, Ron's ability, whenever you play a character card, you use up one action to play it instead of two. So it cuts in half the cost of playing character cards. So if you want to make a deck full of different wizards, Ron might be your guy, because every other one, instead of having to use both your actions each turn to play, you can play just with one action. So potentially useful that way.
Now the question is, do we get our money back?
I doubt it, to be honest, but it's probably, actually, it might be close, because those two cards alone are probably half of what we paid for the box, so...
They still remind me of Denny's Grand Slam baseball holographic cards with the way they're printed.
Potion's Mistake.
What's that one? Do we have
Potion's Mistake. Yes,
yeah, okay.
I'm pretty sure we do.
What
Cobra,
is that common card?
Cauldron Sieve, Noxious Poison, Borrowed Wand, Vermilius.
I said 108 that we don't have, right?
Nurture, I think. And then we're on to, or no, Nurture is an uncommon too, so those are our two uncommons. Yeah, Transfiguration. And then Transfiguration Exam. Discard all creatures from play. I think we had one of these already.
So, yes.
This was one of the ones we opened in the 3-packs from way back when, that we opened over a year ago.
That does seem like one that would be a decent one for...
It costs 10 is the problem. So by that point, you're already in trouble.
Well, maybe.
How many packs do we have left in here? We're down to our last 4.
So
this one and then...
thing. Some of the bigger names and rookies in those sets are...
This one and then 3 more.
HOF now? What's HOF mean?
Hall of Fame.
Ah, okay, sorry.
See, my first experience with collecting cards for myself, well, I don't know. First might have been like Pro Set hockey cards, but in terms of trying to complete
hockey cards
for me, the first sets of cards that I tried to complete were the Marvel 1992, I think, series Marvel cards, and the foils on those, or the hollows or whatever, were similar to these as well. They were very, very shiny foiling, heavily, I would say oppressive.
Shiny pieces of cardboard.
Yeah. But it's nice if you can actually still see the card.
Yeah.
87 Foul Brew. We've seen that.
Wait, what's that? Yeah, no, that one we have.
Hagrid and the Stranger again. Epoximize. Incarcifors. Homework. Potions Exam. That's an uncommon.
Creepy Snape. There's
another Kelpie.
Yeah. Lloyd's Horse.
2 lessons and another Malevolent Mixture.
That's not the one we want.
Nope.
This has been fun.
It has been fun. We've had some good pulls, whatever these are, to finish out. I do wish.
I hear your channel.
How many rares are we missing still? Just out of curiosity.
Just like
We got 3 packs to open.
I hear your
We're not
channel
getting
name
there.
and Angela's giggle, and I start to drool like one of Pavlov's dogs.
Nice.
Oh boy.
So we're missing cards 1, 2, 3, 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then another 4 on the next page. 10. At least 10 rares still missing. And maybe on the next page, or are those into uncommons? I don't know.
No, there's still rares on there too.
Okay, so we're missing at least a dozen rares, and we got 3 packs to go. We're not getting there, that's for sure.
4, 5.
But
6,
we did
7,
get the 2 biggest
8,
rares,
9,
so you can't say
10, 11, 12, 13.
much about that. And you know what? That last batch of cards I ordered, I didn't know we were getting this. I did order a couple more Harry Potter rares that I thought would be good to have from this set, because I thought we'd never get any of this set to open. And Snape is in there.
Oh, nice.
So I do have a Snape coming. I also ordered a Flitwick and a Hagrid, which we just opened.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll have those for decks if I want them to. Scottish Stag, Vicious Wolf, Lost Notes, Curious Raven, Accio. 2 lessons from your discard pile into your hand.
I think we do.
Yeah, I think so. Dung Bomb. Yep, good old Dung Bomb. I've heard this is good for deck building, actually, because, again, your opponent prevent all damage done from not only creatures, but also adventures. So it's got the sort of double use.
Oh, wait, this one?
This is an uncommon, but I think it's new. Pomfrey's Pick Me Up.
Yeah, we don't have that one. That goes... Oh, it finishes this page.
Put 3 non-healing cards from your discard pile on the bottom of your deck in any order, then draw a card. Madame Pomfrey came over at that moment.
Goose night to you too, Void.
And there's another Unusual Pets. We've seen this before.
Yeah. Thank you for popping in, Void. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming. Oh, and another delivery.
Oh, it's not what we want.
No.
Although we really can't complain. We had a really good box.
We did have a good box. So.
Like, yeah.
But we did have a number of double rares here. Like, here's just our double rares. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, okay, can't really count Ron because I'd had him from other ways. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I had one of these before too. So yeah, like we've had at least a dozen double rares.
Was that the last one?
If there had been no duplication of rares, we could potentially have finished this from one box. But it is a bigger set, and yeah.
I wouldn't mind. Like, I mean, we'll have to look and see how much the cards that we don't have costs to finish the set. But
if we can find them anywhere. Not a lot of stores carry these things anymore.
Well,
certainly as singles.
We can kind of keep an eye out and see what we can find.
Yeah, we can keep an eye out.
Maybe that person that you
Dung Bomb
that does the magazines might have some.
Oh, who knows? Maybe if I can ever get out. I see. I've been booted off Discord for a month, so I've lost touch with.
We can. Can I join her Discord? Because I mean, they can tell her who I am, and then we can chat through me.
I don't know. Could request it anyway if I can remember how to. Anyways, where are we? Falbrew, Out of the Woods, Hagrid and the Stranger, Approximize.
PayPal her $10 just to contact her. Oh wait, do we have this one?
Yes, hiding from Snape. We had a bunch of these early. Number 4, Privet Drive again. Charms, Potions, and Phoenix Feather Wand. We had this before,
but it's still a nice looking card.
31. It is a nice looking card. Still not the foil version, which I bet would be really sparkly.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
But
yeah, we do have that one here. We'll have to look up and make a list of, or actually we have to find out what cards they are first.
Yeah.
And then make a list of what we still need.
And then we have...
Last pack magic?
Hopefully.
What would
our last pack.
Is this... Which one is the one that you'd like to pull from that?
I don't know. I do want a Snape for deck building. Yeah. But, like I said, I should have one of those coming in the mail as I speak anyway.
So you just like another Snape?
Whatever wizard is in this set that we haven't opened yet. And if
Okay.
it's not Snape, that's great, because like I said, we'll still have a Snape coming. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure which all the ones that are in here. But we've already got Hannah Abbott. We've already gotten...
Let's see. What else?
Let's see what we got. Last pack. Can we get that common? Whatever that common is we're missing. That would be good too. Lost Notes.
You got the Invisible.
Bulbilius. Oh shoot, I got
Norbert
lessons in the room.
Foil. There's Ronnie's a troll. Troll in the bathroom. There's a Draco Malfoy. There's two different Draco Malfoys, actually.
Well, yes, because the one came with the starter deck, so technically we've got Draco covered. Just a different version, and he's in a deck.
Nearly Headless Nick.
Oh, Nearly Headless Nick is in here. Interesting.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting poll.
Dean Thomas.
We don't have a Dean Thomas. That would be an interesting poll, too.
Obliviate.
We have Obliviate. Borrowed One.
Is that a different Hermione Granger? And
then, so we didn't get the common, whatever the hang that is. I don't know.
Dragon's Escape and Gringotts Cart. Those are all.
These uncommons we've had. Last rare. Our 2 lessons is Titilando again. Unfortunate, but like I said, can't complain at this box.
So what is that common that we don't?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. I can probably check the commons.
Can you just search by alphabetical or something?
I'm going to check.
Because these cards seem to be in alphabetical order by rarity. So it does the rares by alphabetical and then the uncommons and commons.
Oh, it's not showing any commons in that.
Okay, so
we'll figure it out.
We'll have to go through. Maybe
do you want to show this?
Maybe we missed something. Maybe there is one that we just saw so often that we didn't realize.
Give me the pile of commons. I'll look through it. If you want to show off the binder, you can. This was fun. I do have, if Broly's still on, I do plan to raid Broly. In case, yeah, he's still alive.
I'll move these out of the way.
Because they're doing all kinds of stuff, so.
So I can shift the binder.
Hey, Sir Bane, good morning to you. It's almost morning for us. I hope you're having a very good morning. You'll have to rewatch our stream. We had some amazing pulls on this Harry Potter base set box that we picked
which we weren't expecting to get. So here's our first page. We're missing cards 1, 2, 3, and 6. But we got the Dragon Escape. We got the Elixir of Life. We got Hannah Abbott Hollow, which these hollows are hard. And Harry Potter Hollow, which is one of the 2 biggest cards in the set in terms of collectability and value or whatever. So, there's Hannah. The Hufflepuff.
Eyes are just open.
And Hermione Granger, which looks a little freaky, to be honest, in the hollow. But got all those. And then we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4 on the next page as well. But we got the Human Chess Game foil. We got the Invisibility Cloak, also foil. So those 2 look really cool. We got Professor Phileas Flitwick in hollow. And Ron Weasley and Rubius Hagrid in hollow on this page. So yeah, that first page is only a little more than halfway complete.
I feel like
unfortunately.
It's a blue card.
We're missing one, but we did get the Unicorn, which is the other of the top 2 cards in the set, apparently. So that's great. Awesome to pull the Unicorn, as well as Hollow Harry. So can't complain about getting the top 2 sets, top 2 hits in the set. We got Delivery Owl. We pulled like 3 of these. Harry Hunting, History of Magic, Incendio, Malevolent Mixture. We pulled a couple of Meet the Centaurs. Again, got multiple of that. And then on the back of the page here, we got missing Mrs. Norris, Norbert, Phoenix Feather Wand, missing, Potion Ingredients, missing, Shrinking Potion, and Titilando. So we're only missing 3 on this page.
Man, the traffic is slow.
And then we're getting to the end of the rares. So Transfiguration Exam, Transfiguration Test. These are the last 2 rares. And then we're into uncommons.
I don't know if Spencer's
Alchemy,
still here or not,
Privyet
but we did
Drive.
have a Spencer
Missing
McKay tonight.
1 in the middle of the page here.
So another shout out to him.
The Baby Dragon. Okay. One of those rares we're missing is probably Norbert, which I do have one of. It's in the deck.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Because we ran Norbert. Remember that?
7.
So that's one of the rares we're missing. We have at least. And another one is in the mail. So
what is
there is
108? That. This is really bugging me, whatever 108 is.
Then we've got the Kelpie. We've got Logic
you know
Puzzle.
What?
Mysterious Egg.
You can get a Harry Potter base set list.
Probably somewhere, but I don't know where.
That before.
Ollivanders.
We only checked that one.
Peeves Causes Trouble. Pet Toad. Pomfrey's Pick Me Up. Potions Exam.
Base set card list. Here we go.
Or did I skip? Hold on. Did I skip a page? Yeah. So we're missing 1 uncommon on this page, and then 1 uncommon on the reverse, and then we've got this page of uncommons completed.
That's what 108 is. It's Toe Biter. Did we not get that?
I guess not. 2 damage to your opponent may also choose a creature and do 2 damage. I might want to check one of my decks. Maybe if I did have one, I put it in one of those, but I'm not sure. It doesn't look familiar. I can't say for sure, but Confundus, Diagon Alley, Cage, Dog Breath Potion, Draco Stray.
I don't remember seeing that tonight though. So
Hiding from Snape, the missing one on Fumos. And then this page we had complete with the Kelpie, Logic Puzzle, Mysterious Egg, Peeves Causes Trouble, Ollivanders, Nurture, Pet Toad, Pomfrey's Pick Me Up, Potions Exam. Another missing uncommon here next to Silver Cauldron, Snuffling Potion,
I'm still kind of
Stupefy,
sorting these by
Take
colors.
Root. Another missing Unusual Pets.
Broly just got raided by
CTR. And another missing.
That's awesome. I'm happy for him.
We're gonna raid
Broly when we're done though, just because.
So commons, there's Accio,
we may not be as mighty as raid, but that's okay.
Boa Constrictor, Boil Cure, Borrowed Wand, Cauldron Deceive, Curious Raven, Dung Bomb.
I can't imagine what CTR's crowd would think of our stream.
Fluffy.
If they ever rated us.
Falls Asleep, Forest Troll, Forgetfulness Potion, Foul Brew, Giant Tarantula, Hagrid and the Stranger, Homework. Considering most of these commons we've gotten multiple times, there's a couple that we've only gotten a few of, but Hospital Wing, Illegibilis, Incarcifor, Lost Notes, Magical Mishap, Noxious Poison, Out of the Woods, Pet Rat, Pewter Cauldron, Potions Mistake, Remember All, Restricted Section, Scottish Stag, Snape's Question, Squiggle Quill, Steel Claw, Surly Hound, and then the missing common of all things. Anyway, that's frustrating.
Yeah, 1 or 100. It's always nice to read something. Yeah. Sometimes, like, if we only have a couple people.
And then the last page.
And there's not really too many people live, then we won't bother rating. But
Wingardium Leviosa, which is neat art. I do like that art. And Wizard Crackers, and then our 4 lessons. That's the other thing with the base set being a little bit bigger. Like I said, the other sets we've opened have been 80 card sets. This is 118 card, 116. 116.
There I am.
Card set. But it's also only got 4 lesson types. Whereas starting with Quidditch Cup, There's 5 lesson types in each. And Quidditch Cup, because it was a new type, half the set is Quidditch cards.
I don't know if you wanted these divided by color, but I did that.
But yeah, there's our first page of our Quidditch set. We finished the Quidditch set. We finished the Diagon Alley set in one box. We're still missing quite a few cards for the base set. But
are there some cards that are
it's much farther than I thought I was ever going to get. So there's that, and I'm quite pleased.
Are there some cards that are only in the pre-constructed decks or something?
Those particular foilings of the Draco and the Hermione are only available in those decks.
Okay.
But that's it. All the other cards are available.
So that one common that we haven't pulled one of, which is so weird. Okay. That's so funny. All right.
I mean, pull the Draco deck out. Where's the box? Let's take a quick look in there just in case.
Yeah, I'll just move this over here. Oh, we're going to put a couple of these in here, or you already did that?
Take a quick thumb through the Draco deck just in case I didn't have one that I threw in there. There's the Draco Malfoy from the 2-player starter. And then we added a few cards to this deck to try to get it up to 60 cards like any other. And it's actually 61 card because your starting Witcher Wizard doesn't count towards your 60 card deck. Magical Mishap, Incendio, Wizard Crackers.
Wait, do we have that one? What number is that?
112.
Why do I not remember that one?
I remember opening at least one of these.
I just don't remember it for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe you already had it in the... Oh.
Incendio, Balbilius.
Maybe you already had it in the binder.
Balbilius.
Okay, there it is. I see it now.
Stupefy. Another Stupefy. Curious Raven. Haggard and the Stranger.
So, it's... Okay, so Monday night.
Mishap.
Do you have a plan for Monday night?
Sort of.
So, Mondays are usually our Magic the Gathering nights.
I'm going to have to keep it short because I do have to work the next day, unfortunately. But basically, I'm thinking of updating my Eldrazi deck and finding a way to incorporate the Ugins we pulled out of that pack. I'm just still thumbing through this.
I don't remember seeing that one.
Cobra Lily, that's from Quidditch Cup.
Oh, that's why.
Stream of Flames, that's Quidditch Cup. Marcus Flint is Quidditch Cup. Halloween Feast is Quidditch Cup.
So no, you don't have it in here. That's okay.
Nope.
We'll find things later. It's fine. Let's switch the camera. We'll
But while I'm thinking of it, this one will just be quicker because it's a specific. Oh wow, this needs to be sorted a bit better.
What are you looking for?
Yeah, this was a foil. We already had the other one, I think, in foil. Where's Norbert? Norbert.
Well, that's the one you don't...
That's a rare. Card 30, so we didn't open one of these, I don't think.
Okay.
Or did we? I don't remember. I don't think we did.
I don't think so. We had
so
some
card
different...
30 we've got one of anyway.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did? Okay, so never mind.
All right, we should probably hurry it up because people are leaving us and we want to have people to go.
All right.
But we do appreciate everyone for popping in. We appreciate the raiders, the lurkers, and everyone in between.
I hope you enjoyed looking through some of these old cards if you liked Harry Potter or if you just like old card games. I've had fun learning this game and still have more to learn.
We still have the part of the castle that...
yeah, we didn't pull down the whole castle tonight just because it's a little bit more cluttered at the moment, but...
It's a fun background.
But we've now opened, basically, essentially, this was almost a complete booster box, of the first 3 sets in this game. They only made 5 sets before it was canceled. We've got the 4th one queued up and ready to go. And I'm hoping to find a little bit of Chamber of Secrets to wrap up.
If Luella ever found us some, she would like to be the best person ever.
That's true. But
so, I mean, she's already pretty awesome.
Yeah, honestly, this was an amazing find, and it threw a wrinkle into my plan because I was trying to go through sequentially, and this is out of sequence because we're backtrack 1, 2, 3, and now back to 1. But I figured it was better to do that than to save it.
Yeah, I think it was a good idea to do that now.
So I can look at these and see how they'll affect deck building ideas in the future, and figure out what we're doing from there.
So Monday's Monday Night Magic. We might, who knows if we'll do a pop-up. It depends if there's anything in the mail on Monday. But other than that, Thursday, I don't know what we're doing for Pokemon yet. It might be an evening stream because he's working daytime. So we'll see how the day goes. I might still do a pop-up stream or like do the regular time, and then we'll do a nighttime one with him because it's more fun.
We'll see. As long as we're not opening double products to do it, that's my biggest.
Well, if it's like mail or something, or if we play.
Yeah, maybe.
If we play.
Possibly, but that takes time, and time isn't.
I suppose.
Anyway.
If you guys have an idea that you want to see us do on Thursday, leave a comment or send us a message. So I'm getting really, really tired. I'm falling asleep here. So let's raid Broly. Make sure you say Spokat Raid when you head over there. So
thanks for coming out.
Yeah.
It's been interesting.
You know, I'm gonna put the link.
This was a really interesting find and an interesting thing to go through. So
I'm just gonna put Broly's link in chat. So and then we'll raid. Where is it? Where is it? There you go.
And next Harry Potter stream we do, one way or another, I am testing out this deck that I built for Diagon Alley. So we'll do a gameplay one next before we get into opening the box of Adventures at Hogwarts.
I do have the redirect.
And see if we can find Dumbledore. Because the big hit in that set is Dumbledore in Hollow. So
we found Harry Potter.
We did. So
we got the top cards, like the top 5 cards or so. Didn't we?
We did pretty good on the ones we hit anyway. So that's good.
All right, guys. Have a good night. We're falling asleep here. The link is there if you want to use it. Or if you have Broly that you follow, just do that. Or wait for the redirect.
Sounds good.
But please hit the like button when you go over there. And say Spokat Raid.
Thanks very much for
coming. Thanks for coming in, Tank. Thanks to everyone. Thank you, Sir Bane, for popping in at the end. Ryan for being here fairly regularly for us. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you guys soon. Have a good night. Bye for now.
Bye.
Oh, JR.